We are back, gentlemen and some ladies. Unfortunately, we don't have intros no more, but I'm not going to say whose fault that is. Hey, man, StreamYard trying to charge for every fucking thing they can charge now. So shout out StreamYard for being a piece of shit. But yeah, we back, man. Day after a busy boxing weekend, and we're here to talk about it. I'm gonna give it some time to marinate, let some of the homies slide through, come in. But it's been a busy weekend, eventful weekend of boxing and fighting. My guy DJ, here we go. Gentlemen, start your engines. Yes, sir. What up, DJ? How you feeling, dog? How this weekend treat you, man?
Yeah, pretty good, man. Pretty good. It's been a nice weekend. Um, culminating last night into that virtual soul performance from Shakur Stevens. How about you?
I enjoyed it, man. I enjoyed it. I think he needs to stop listening to what people say, though. I don't think that's gonna help his career any.
I mean, because fans are fickle. You know what I'm saying? Like it's one thing. And somebody mentioned it. I forgot one of these fighters who mentioned it. It was like it's like now the narrative that's gonna come out of this thing is that he got hit too much. Before it was
Yeah.
that he was a runner. So like it's you can't please everybody. That's why I thought it was a goofy game plan from Devin Haney to stand in there with Ryan Garcia trying to prove a point. No, you can outbox him. I don't care if you don't like it. You can outbox him. The point is to win the fight. And I felt like Shakur had the skill level to outbox Zepeda, which the fight went pretty much how I thought it would go. Besides, Shakur didn't get the stoppage. I felt like Shakur was going to stop him, and I still feel like he could have stopped him if he would have dedicated more shots to the body. I think he started head hunting because he could touch Zepeda at will. Zepeda couldn't do the same to him. Zepeda got off a lot of good body shots, but I felt like Shakur could hit Zepeda at will anytime he felt like it. Anytime he felt like getting off the ropes, he got off the ropes. Anytime he felt like keeping the fight in the middle of the ring, he kept it in the middle of the ring. So that would be my only criticism, is that he backed up a little too much at the beginning of the fight and he took more shots than he probably should have. But I understand what he was trying to do. He beat up Zepeda in the pocket, and that's exactly what he wanted to do.
See, I'm 50-50 on that. I don't know if I quite believe that he purposely did all this stuff. I think it's easy to say after the fight's over and done with, like, oh yeah, I was trying to sit on the ropes. I was trying to side in the pocket. Or I think Zepeda fought how Zepeda fights. He's going to pressure you and put you in those situations. I don't think Shakur willingly. I mean, there was times where he definitely just backed up and went to the ropes to try to just play defense and catch him counters. But I don't know if I believe that whole narrative, but it sounds good because Shakur is someone that is usually in control of how the fight plays out. So it sounds believable to say, oh, this is how I wanted to do it. But I also think it's a pay to force him into that type of fight. I think it was a 50-50 thing. I think he had to, but like you said, Shakur has the skill to do it though. So like it wasn't like a bad thing necessarily. It wasn't something that he couldn't handle. But I don't know if he just went in there before that first round started when he was in the locker room and said, you know what, guys, I'm not boxing tonight. I'm gonna sit on the ropes and just do this. I don't. That doesn't sound like, especially everyone in his corner didn't want him to do that. You know what I mean? Bud and Ward and everyone was like, I don't know he's on the ropes. I don't know he's on the ropes. So I don't think it was his game with that he did. He was just able to do it.
Yeah, and listening to Bud and Clarissa after the fight, that was also their criticism. Like I felt like he laid on the ropes a little too much, but other than that, he boxed his ass off, man. Shakur, like I said, he did exactly what I thought he would do, and the fight went exactly how I thought it was gonna go. Zepeda was gonna come with volume. He's not gonna necessarily hit you with anything hard, he's just going to throw a lot of punches. And that is, and my fear was, this is why I felt like Shakur not only was going to get a stoppage, but I felt like he needed one, because I felt like Zepeda was going to outwork him at times. And to the judges, depending on who's judging the fight, that is very aesthetically pleasing to him. You see a guy in the corner and one guy's throwing a whole bunch of punches, he's just outworking him. He ain't necessarily landing, he just throwing a lot more. And that's what they see, so they're going by that. But we'll get to the judging from last night in a few minutes, man. But God almighty, what a great performance. So what'd you think about Berlanga and Shiraz?
You know what I thought, dog? Early stoppage.
You thought it was early?
Yeah. You let him go out, man.
Oh,
man. You gotta let him go out, bro. Like, that's the headline fight, man. That's the headline fight. Let him go out. Let everybody let it be a definitive. I mean, he got dropped definitively, but I'll say this: I didn't get to watch it the whole fight because I was driving. We were driving. That's when we left Oakland after meeting up with everybody. So shout out the gang. But I was on the freeway, so I actually was watching. I was watching Shakur Zepeda. I want to say 7 through 12. I was on the freeway. From the 1st through 6, we were at the park watching the shit on my phone. So after the fight was over, I knew Shakur had won. I also thought the same thing, that the punches and bunches thing could have, that's why I said in the chat, it reminded me of a Mayweather fight, like Mayweather De La Hoya. You know what I mean? Where it's like, it's pretty clear who won, but you never quite know just because of the body language of it, sitting on the ropes. Because I don't think Shakur worked as much in the middle of the ring as De La Hoya did. I mean, as Mayweather did against De La Hoya. I think a lot of that fight was in the corner and on the ropes. So, but he did, a lot of them were clearly blocked or whatever. But so after that fight was over, I was like, oh, Shakur won. And I didn't give a fuck about the main event. I mean, I don't think that should have been the main event to begin with. I think Shakur should have been the main event, and Berlanga should have been the co-main.
He should have been the main event. And that was the big thing going into that card. Like, how are you going to use Shakur to build up Berlanga and Shiraz? Like, why is Shiraz and Berlanga? It's not even for a title. And that's where you and I differ on that main event. I thought it was a late stoppage, actually. I felt like he could have stopped it at the end of the 4th. Because Berlanga was out after that second knockdown. He was staggering to his corner.
So
he got saved by the bell at the end of the 4th.
That's what I wanted to talk about.
The referee stopped it late.
That's what I wanted to talk about. So, given that I didn't watch the fight when it happened, and by the time I landed, got to where I was getting to, I saw the result. I just saw all the highlights on Instagram and everywhere. Berlanga again beat the fuck up with the hooks against ropes. I said, "Oh shit, he done." I saw the stoppage, but I did not know that the main biggest highlight was not the one that stopped the fight. I didn't know that.
No.
So when I watched this morning,
he got dropped twice in the 4th round, bro.
Yeah, and then but then in the 5th is when they stopped it. In the 5th, the knockdown wasn't as bad as the second one.
Nah, but at that point, the ref was looking at him. I don't know how he let it continue after the end of the 4th, but if you watch, like, that's what I'm saying. If you watched it and watched him, like, the way he was responding to the referee, like every time he got knocked down, he started clapping his fists together like he always does. And after that second knockdown, he got up a lot slower. And when he told him walk, he was like, you know how they walk side to side, and the referees explained to us why they do that, because a drunk man can stagger forward, right? It's like he walked to the side and he was like, I was like, oh, Berlanga's cooked. And even the commentators were saying, it was like, oh, he's done. He's done. Tarver was screaming for him to stop the fight then. He was like, oh,
but then he had the minute. Yeah, he got saved by the bell. He had the minute. And then, like, that last final knockdown wasn't, I mean, this is what I'm saying. I have no doubt in my mind that Berlanga would have still been stopped. But for the narrative that was given online, I thought that second knockdown was the final knockdown. And based on that, I'm like, oh, this motherfucker good. I didn't even know he got up because the highlights never showed him get up. So I thought that's how it ended. I
Oh,
was like,
okay,
oh
okay.
yeah, Shiraz beat the shit out of him. So then when I go and I watch the fight this morning, I'm like, hold on, bro. Like that wasn't even like he got back to his quarter. He came back out. He was still getting beat on, but that last one, I don't feel was enough to stop the fight. Let him go down, and get his ass whooped until he can't get up. Like that's the point. Like let these fighters get the shit beat out of them until they cannot physically fight no more. Especially when it's the main event.
Now, see,
I mean,
if it's for and see, this is how I look at it. Now, if it's for a title, I agree with you. If it's a championship fight, I 100% agree with you. Let them go out. Let there be no doubt that of who won this fight. But if it's not for a title, even though I think that fight was scheduled for, I think that was only like a 10 rounder, or it might have been 12. I'm not sure. I think it was a 12 rounder. But
I think it's 12, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was a 12 rounder. But like looking at it, like you could want to do done. Like a fighter is gonna, most fighters are gonna keep getting up, keep taking that punishment. But in a referee's mind, and even some corners mind, when a guy really ain't himself no man, like all right, it's he really couldn't defend his was out, and it was. And you see some referees waiting on an opportunity to stop a fight. It's like, all right, I probably should have stopped it at the end of the fourth. I'll give you one more chance, and then he came out that fifth, got
Hey, your shit breaking up a little bit, dog.
It's breaking up. Yeah, my Wi-Fi tripping.
Yeah, that's the Alabama Wi-Fi.
Oh man, stop.
That's that deep in the boonies dial up.
I hate that.
Combo, it was a really good card, and I think all the fights were worth watching. I think it was a good
Absolutely.
card.
This was Turkey's best card. This was Turkey's best card by far. In my opinion, this was the best card.
Well, here's the thing, though. Here's the other part of that stoppage, and I think it's an important part to throw out there. Look, we know why Shiraz Berlanga was the headliner, because Shiraz is Turkey's boy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, given if that fight would have played out the exact same way, reverse, they wouldn't have wanted it stopped at that moment in the same kind of fashion if it was Shiraz. They would have wanted to give Shiraz, at least a chance to fight back and make sure he was completely all the way the fuck out before he took an L. They would have said he was still good to go. He was still good to go. What do you mean? So that's what I'm saying. Like, let's let it be definitive no matter what. It's what the fighters sign up for, bro. Like, they train, they do this, they dedicate their life to the sport. They know what the risks are, and they know what the outcome can be. Unless they purposely just say, hey, I'm good. Motherfucker got me. It was a good one. Fuck it. Let them go, because you never know. People can close their eyes, swing for the fences. We saw Castillo and Corrales. Like, we're not going to have no more Castillo Corraleses. We might not even have another Tyson Fury Wilder one at the rate we're going now, where the motherfuckers want to stop everything because someone's wobbly, or stop because how many times in the middle of a round do you get hit with a big shot? You don't necessarily go down, but you're wobbly. You're not maybe there. You're concussed, and you can make it through the round, swing back. Okay, so you got dropped. You get up. Yeah, you're a little wobbly. You're a little concussed. You never know what can happen. Let the motherfucker go all the way out. The same way I felt about Bud and Earl. Let him go out, bro. Like, this is what they fucking sign up for. Either that or let the corner come in and throw a towel and say, nah, I don't want my fighter to take more damage. Leave it up to them motherfuckers. You just here to make sure nobody's cheating, bro.
Either let them go out or leave it up to the corner.
Yep.
What I will say, bro, is I think if that fight was in Vegas, they would have let him go out cold. And I think if the shoe was on the other foot, I think they would have stopped at the end of the fourth. They would let Shiraz come out another round. I think they would have stopped because you got it's in New York. Longest from New York, even though Queens and not Brooklyn, which, that's a whole nother thing. I don't know why that wasn't at Barclays, but I guess the Liberty had a game that day, or they didn't want to, or Turkey didn't want to have it. But if that fight's in Vegas, they're going out cold. They tend to let things go.
Hey, your shit fucked up, dog.
Where they in Vegas.
I'd say
I think who what's my guy's name, man? Well, he's gotten a lot better here recently.
20 weeks.
Yeah, Tony Weeks. Tony Weeks has gotten a lot. He's gotten a lot better here within the last 3-4 years. But Tony Weeks, man, was that referee in boxing where he would let you get your ass whooped before he would stop a fight.
Should. As you fucking should.
He was the look. He was the Eve Levine. He was the Mario Yamasaki of boxing. Because if you know anything about MMA, those two referees.
I mean,
if you had Eve Levine,
Mario Yamasaki, yeah. At the rate we're going, we're never going to see another. Like, if these referees were doing the Foreman Ali fight, Foreman would have won halfway through the fight.
You think so?
Yeah, they would just stopped it. You're like, oh, you're not throwing that back. Teamwork. It's over. Like, it's just like, bro, let them go the fuck out. Like, that's it. What's wrong getting knocked the fuck out? It's part of the fucking game, bro. Like, that's what everybody's aiming to do anyway. The whole point of fighting and boxing, you can't. Of course, yes, there's great boxers who just want to win 12-round decisions. But for the most part, when two men get in a fisticuff fight, one's trying to knock the other one out. Like, that's usually the goal. Like, even in a street fight, you're not really like, okay, let me just win some points because there ain't no fucking rounds. You know what I'm saying? When a motherfucker challenges you, another man puts his dukes up. So one of the two of you guys try to knock the other one out. Unless you guys get to the point where you're like, we've been landing bombs. It's good, bro. We're just going to call it square, But for the most part, if someone was to attack your family or some shit like that, you try to knock the motherfucker out. So let the motherfuckers get knocked out or decide, hey, I don't want to take no more punishment, either them themselves or their corner. They have, 3-4 people in their corner to help make that decision, including themselves if they're concussed and can't make it on their own. But I feel like the ref should just be there to make sure you're not cheating. And maybe if you're taking like a 20-punch flurry, unanswered, undefended, maybe I'll give you that when you're out on your feet and you're just like hands down, just da-da-da-da-da. But even if you got your hands up and they're just sneaking some shit around your guard and they're hard shots, fuck it. Let them go down. Fuck it.
I feel like
on the road. Give them a
standing 8. Especially nowadays with the things we know about head trauma, even though that's, like you said, it's a part of the sport, I feel like they don't want to be responsible for permanent damage to a fighter.
The fighter is responsible for that, though.
Yeah, their job is to protect the fighter, man. It's like, okay, we're going to make sure everything is on a level. We're going to make sure everybody is obeying the rules, make sure nobody's cheating, make sure there's no biting, well, it can't be no eye gouging in boxing, but make sure there's no low blow, make sure there's no low blow, stuff like that.
That's what I'm saying. Just make sure that it's a fair fight, though. But if you're really concerned about fighter safety, tell the fighter to stop fighting. There, the end, over with. Like, how you gonna get in a sword fight? How you gonna get a sword fight? Get two people, fucking 2 samurai swords, and then be like, but we don't want no one to get cut. Then just give them some sticks, bro. Like, what are we doing? Like, put the headgear back on or some shit. If you're that concerned, you would tell them just switch your fucking career, bro. Because some things are guaranteed in this lifestyle. You're guaranteed to be injured. You're guaranteed to have some type of brain damage. Some worse than others. Same thing with football. Like, all the studies are already out on football, American football. Like, we have certified studies we're only getting more information, we're becoming even more accurate. And it is a 98% chance that if you play professional football, if you're not a kicker or a punter, you're leaving there with some CTE, bro. Like, the end. So if you know that now, then you're signing up for it. There's no way of getting around it. You can't be like, well, I still want to play, but just don't hit me that hard. Well, I still want to play, but let me have extra padding because I know the risk. No, you know the risk. You're signing up for the risk. The risk comes with it. You can't get away from it. And unless you're someone like a Mayweather or Shakur, where you design your style to be like, yeah, I'm going to point fight. I don't need to get slobber knockers. I'll knock you out if I get the chance, but I'm not taking no damage from these motherfuckers. Then that's how you play it. But if you want to be someone that says, you know what, I'll knock you the fuck out, come get it, and you're actually catching punches in the meantime too, then that's what you sign up for, to get your fucking brains rattled around your skull. Like, It's the science of the sport. And the thing too is a lot of these motherfuckers are getting there at a young age. You know what I'm saying? Like when we was at the barbecue yesterday, I brought up a controversial topic. But I said it's damn near child abuse now to put your young kids in tackle football early. Because you, as a parent now, you know for a fact that kids are going to end up with brain damage if they go professional, which most of the time is why you put them in there so young. You want them to go, they're going to pee-wees and midgets and moving up. They're going to high school football, college football, hopefully make the league. All those years, you know for a fact you're signing your son up for brain damage. You know what I'm saying? So how is that not like negligence on behalf of the parent or just not giving a fuck? Like, oh, fuck it. Make a couple million, though. No, put them in flag early and save their brain for as long as you possibly can. The skill set will still, maybe not the toughness. You won't really learn to be tough till a little bit later. But if we know for a fact that there's certain things that you do to children at a young age that cause some type of damage to them, but you choose to do it anyway, it sounds like abuse to me.
Yeah, that's one part of it, but the other half of it is, and which is why I felt like the fight was properly stopped, or even a little late, in my opinion. He couldn't defend himself no more, man. Like it's one thing to be in a fight and get caught and go out, and then you get up and you fight back, but it's another thing to where, all right, you can no longer intelligently defend yourself. Like it became a point to where Berlanga he just put his guard up and started backing up and was just eating shots. Okay, you're not defending yourself no more, so let me step in, let me save you from yourself, because of course no fighter actually wants you to stop the fight. It's been rare occasions where I've seen a fighter not want to keep fighting, even though he's getting his brains brutally bashed in. There's been rare occasions where I've seen a fighter not want to fight. Even then, Berlanga was like, oh man, come on. Like, no, bro, you got dropped 3 times within like a 3-4 minute span. You're no longer defending yourself. You getting bashed upside the head, man. You barely made it back to your corner after the last round. And that's what I was like, man, he probably should have. They're going to give him a chance to come back out, and bang. Okay, yeah, that's it. It's over with.
But I'm not saying this would have happened because Berlanga's pretty trash. I'm not saying it would have happened. But
yeah, that's the whole nother issue.
To play devil's advocate, Shiraz at the point had him on the ropes. He had him out of there. He comes out the next round, bombing away again. Like, let me just finish this guy off. His adrenaline is high. But if Berlanga could have survived at least maybe one round of a beating, Shiraz might end up having adrenaline dump and be tired out. Berlanga might be, he could have swung
himself out. He probably
could have swung in their favor. And we see that a lot more in MMA because of 5-minute rounds. So if you have a spurt of 2 minutes where you want hard, you might not make it out the round. So, I mean, it's a little different in boxing because you get the 1 minute rest in between the two, but you never know what can happen. And to his credit, or not credit, or whatever, it might be, Berlanga is known, at least, Berlanga was manufactured to look like he has power. So he has a puncher's chance, if we're going off paper. So you never know what can happen. That's what I'm saying. Just let it happen, bro. Let it play out. If he gets his ass beat, he gets dropped. And that's the other thing too. Why in the world? I'm just gonna throw this out there now for all the championship fights. Why even have there's no 3 knockdown rule in this fight? Motherfucker, if someone gets knocked down 3 rounds, you guys are gonna fucking stop it anyway, bro. Like, there's no even point that you can put that rule in there anymore. Because y'all motherfuckers pussies now. Do you ever see a fighter get chopped 3 times in 1 round? How often does it ever go past that? When's the last time you see someone get dropped 4 times in a round and they didn't stop the fight?
In my lifetime, bro, I haven't seen that since I was a kid. I haven't seen the three knockdown rules since I was a kid, man.
So you might as well have it, and then it's out of the ref's hands, right? It's like you might as well make it mandatory 3 knockdown rule. Not my fault, guys. You get knocked down 3 times around, I have to end it by the rules. It's not my discretion.
And that's pretty much what they're doing anyway. You get dropped 3 times in a round, they're gonna stop the fight. Even though it's technically not a rule, that's pretty much what the referees are doing. If you get dropped 3 times within a round, all right, bro. Like, all right, come on, man. Like, y'all want me to keep letting him take this punishment? like, even though I didn't agree with Lomachenko doing it, when he fought Comey, he was looking at Comey. Remember, he was looking at Comey's corner like,
Oh yeah,
y'all want me to keep
yeah.
doing this? Like, y'all
Yeah.
see he can't. Y'all see he's taking a beating in here, man. Like,
I feel like that
somebody,
three knockdown rule
step in and stop this.
I feel like that knockdown rule is only there for like kind of like the off balance knockdowns that don't do a lot of damage, or the slips that can be counted as a knockdown, and maybe you weren't really hurt at all actually, and that kind of like okay, maybe it could still go type shit. But like if you actually get knocked down for a punch, I don't ever see a fight in this era happen where it happens 3 times in a round, much less 4, and they're still letting the fight go. I would love to see it though, because I think it just makes greater fights. It makes greater legends, greater stories, greater classic fights. Where it's like, hey, this dude came back. This dude looked like he was on the brink of death and came back in the next round and fired shit off. Like, you never know. You just never know how it plays out. They say don't leave it in the hands of the judges, but we're leaving it in the hands of the ref. Leave it in the hands of the fighter in his corner. Unless it's and then also standing 8s. Give more standing 8 counts. If that's the case, like that Berlanga shit, okay, he wouldn't even get dropped.
But you're deciding. He gave him 2 standing 8s. He gave him 2 standing 8s because Berlanga was
he got dropped. 5. He got dropped.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking standing 8 as far as he didn't even get dropped.
Beating and giving him a standing 8.
Yeah, just okay. This gonna count as a knock. I'm gonna count right now.
That's rare too. That's rare too.
Very
rare.
That's
rare when you just see a guy just taking a beating and a ref will step in. All right, hold on. 1, 2.
Yeah, exactly.
That's rare as well. Normally,
might as well do that instead of stopping on a fight.
Say what?
Might as well do that instead of stopping on a fight. It still counts as knockdown. You're still gonna lose a point for that round, and then you go and stop taking the beating, and I'm gonna be able to see. Okay, you still gotta do the same shit. Walk to me, walk left, walk right. Let me check your gloves. Same shit like a knockdown would have been. And then you could gauge it a little more, and then also the crowd could see more. Like, okay, this motherfucker's really out. He couldn't even walk, even though he was standing on the ropes. Looked like he wasn't hurt. But when I told him to walk, the motherfucker could walk. Okay, we get it. But you just come in like, motherfucker catch a 4-piece, and you're like, okay, well, it's over, no more. I'm like, come on, bro. You think it's just got hit 55 times? What's another 10, dog? Like,
fuck it. And this is where I'll agree with you. If Berlanga had been fighting back, I would agree with you. He wasn't fighting back no more, man. He was just taking punishment. And at that point, especially if there's a title on the line, let him go out. 100% let him go out. I don't care what weight class it is, male, female, don't matter. If there's a title on the line and somebody's hurt, do not step in and wave that off. Let them go out. I agreed with you with the Spence and Crawford fight. I think even though I felt like that fight was stopped 2 rounds too late, let him go out. Let him go out, man. Let him go out. This is a championship fight. Let him go out. We've been waiting on this fight for 5 years. Let him go out. We see he's getting bashed upside. We see he's getting bashed upside the head. He's and even Spence was still trying to fight back. That's what was different. That's what was different with the Berlanga fight. Spence was trying to fight back, and Harvey Dock still stopped it. So Berlanga wasn't fighting back. I felt like they stopped it a little late. I felt like the doctor should have came in, or the corner should have stopped it at the end of the 4th round after he got dropped twice. But it is what it is. Berlanga got knocked out. Top Rank made him look good. Do y'all think a lawsuit? Do you think boxing needs to remove the TKO? No. Keep the TKO because you need that. I definitely think you need that, especially like these 8-round fights and these 10-rounders where there's no title on the line. Yeah, wave that shit off. If a guy's getting beat up and he's really not defending himself, especially in 8-rounders and 10-rounders, wave that off, man. All right, y'all are still young in your career, or you're a journeyman. You've probably taken a lot of punishment already, or you're young in your career and you get dropped and you're getting beat up. All right, like, let's save this kid for another day. He might have a long career ahead of him, right? But in a championship fight, all bets are off, man. Let that man go out. But did you get a chance to see the Puello and Matias fight and the Morrell and Cotillo fight?
We were watching. We were playing spades and watching that. So Just to let you know, I did beat Kyle Davis's ass in space. Just throw that out there, but you know, let's do what I
No,
do,
now,
man. You know?
no, now.
Hey, hey, guess what? That nigga don't know how to shuffle cards, bro. Yeah, I
He
exposed
don't
him.
know how to. He don't
I
know how to
exposed him, ladies
shuffle.
and gentlemen. He does not know how to shuffle a deck of cards, bro. That's motherfucking dog.
That's all right. My wife's still learning how to shuffle cards too.
The big combo.
What's good?
Combo,
What's
Yeah.
what's up,
good? What's
man?
good? How y'all doing, man?
Oh
Oh,
man,
we
we good
thank
on
you.
this glorious Sunday. You know, reminiscing of the fights this weekend.
Yeah. It was my fiance's birthday. I missed him, and some of these fights been so predictable. I figured I ain't missed nothing. But
I will say the fight of the night, in which I felt like that was going to be the fight of the night going into the card, that Matias and Puello was the fight of the night.
Yeah.
That was the fight. It truly could have went the other way. By the end of it, I really didn't know. I really didn't know who had won that fight. It was hard to score it, man, because all the rounds were close. You had Puello coming. I mean, you had Matias coming off in the beginning of the fight with his patented style. He's gonna pressure you. He's gonna come forward. He's gonna throw hard. He's gonna sit down on all of his shots. Gonna throw hard punches. But then Puello would start countering him. He would start catching him coming in, and he would have great lateral movement. And so by the end of the round, it's like, I don't know how I scored that. And towards the middle rounds, Matias started to take over. But the later rounds, Puello really started countering him because you could see Matias starting to slow down a little bit. So at the end of it, I would have been good with a draw, or I would have been good if Puello got the split decision or majority decision. That was one of those fights. It truly could have went either way.
so my algorithm went crazy with Shakur.
Okay.
And I already know he went out his mind. Well, I'm assuming still out his damn mind. They ain't gonna mind, and said that he's better than Robinson, Sugar. Did he look
Oh
that
yeah.
good? Did he look that good? Because there's no way. I don't think the man have enough heart to be better than Sugar. But
oh no, he definitely proved he had a lot of dog in him last night, man. Because early on, I say
against
within the
Zepeda,
first
Zepeda,
within the first four
you ain't
rounds,
gotta have a
man,
lot of heart there.
Zepeda came out heavy pressure, man. Lots of body shots. He actually caught Shakur. And what was it, the third round? I want to say it was the second or the third round. He caught Shakur and kind of buckled him a little bit. Shakur said he slipped, which I can't believe because I can't believe.
I'm
You
sorry to
don't
cut you
believe he
off,
slipped?
man, but I don't see that as a beta fight being a fight that you got to go and dig out a dog. You know, I don't see him. I don't see him as a because so digging out a
He had
dog
to
to
fight
me.
Zepeda. He had to fight Zepeda off of him, which that shows me a
digging out a
lot. He had to
dog.
fight
So
that man
digging
off of
out a
him.
dog to me is when you hit somebody and you give them all you got, and this mother Hunchy is still coming back with so much more, right? Like Leonard and Hearns, like them type of fights.
Zepeda was there for all 12.
Like no. But
He
you
was
know
there.
he's going
He
to be
was
there
there.
for all 12, right? You know he's going to be there for all 12. Durant, you got a feeling he's going to be there for all 12. But no matter what you hit that man with, the kitchen sink, the bathroom, the dining room table, and he just keep coming. See, that's bringing that dog out. That's like
That was
some fights
Zepeda.
you. But really,
That was Zepeda. That was Zepeda
okay,
last night. He was
okay.
in Shakur's face,
And
and
Shakur stood. And Shakur stood.
Shakur beat him in the pocket, which
And
a
nah.
lot of
I don't believe
people
that.
didn't think.
Shakur, come on, man.
Nah,
That's
Shakur beat
Shakur in
him
the
in the
pocket.
pocket,
Don't even
man.
sound right.
Oh yeah,
Well,
you gotta watch the fight.
and that's why the algorithm went crazy because we finally saw a side of Shakur that we never seen. We saw someone in
Shakur in
his
the
face. We
pocket.
saw him in the corner. We saw him on the
We've
rope.
seen it before. We've seen it
That's-
before. We saw it against Yoshino.
He
We saw it against
spent 80% of that fight on the rope, dog. He spent 85.
I'm sorry, man. That's just I can't see it. That's like seeing Wilder as a unified heavyweight champion. Like we know he's a one-trick pony.
Stop it.
So
Stop it.
Shakur in the pocket, I just can't see that.
Yeah, that's why I said I said it was reminiscent of Mayweather De La Hoya But
Oh,
See, I
Mayweather
was
was
gonna
in the
say
okay.
middle of the
Mayweather
ring more.
Maidana. I was gonna say Mayweather Maidana.
Yeah, probably Maidana. That'll be a good one. But less bombs though.
Do we do these? Are you like? Do you ever feel like you're doing a disjustice by comparing these fighters to Floyd? In all honesty, because Mayweather, while he's like the greatest of all time, he is a generational talent. So when you compare these other fighters to him, it's kind of selling them short because they gotta fit into their own shoes, and you ain't gonna never fit into Mayweather's shoes. Just like you never gonna fit into Emmanuel Augustus' shoes. You never gonna fit into Gary Russell's shoes. You know what I'm saying? Some of these guys are just so great that when you compare somebody else to them, you ain't gonna never. You know what I'm saying? Like for example, Boots. Boots is great, right? He's never going to be a Bud. He's never going to be an Earl. He's never going to be Antonio Russell. He's never going to be, you know what I'm saying? He's not going to be Andy Ruiz. He's never going to be those guys. He's going to be great at being Boots.
Yeah, and it's not necessarily comparing Shakur to Floyd. It's just the way the fight went, the way the styles matched up, right?
Okay.
We knew going into that fight, Zepeda was going to throw a lot of punches, and Shakur was going to have to knock this man off of him. And I felt like there were times you could see at the end of the fight, Zepeda was lumped up at the end of that fight, man. He ate a lot of he ate a lot of combinations from Shakur. Shakur did a great job at times. He did a great job at times stopping him. He stopped his momentum. Every time Shakur would hit him with a great combination, Zepeda would come right back, touch the body, even though he really couldn't land a lot of the shots that he was throwing. Later on in the fight, I say around round 8, 9, Zepeda started missing a lot. And that was when Shakur brought him to the middle of the ring.
You know Shakur has a better timing, right? You know Shakur timing.
Yeah, it was
much
better timing. And that's what got Morrell in trouble. That's what got Morrell in trouble in his fight, too.
His defense.
Katiev killed his jab within the first 2 rounds. He killed his jab every time.
I don't think Morrell won. I don't think Morrell won by that much. Just talk about that bullshit. I don't see that, bro. I think at best that was a draw or a loss, bro.
To me, I felt like it was a very close fight, with the knockdown being the difference. Like Morrell got dropped.
That's what I'm saying. The knockdown.
Yeah, I felt like Morrell lost because of that. I felt like that was the difference in the fight. Other than that, that was a very close fight. Because every time you saw Katiev starting to kind of gain momentum, Morrell would land a great combination, lateral movement, come back, land another great combination. Katiev would eat it, and then he'd come back with his own body work. And Morrell got cute at the end of that 5th round. That's how he ended up getting caught and dropped. And I felt like, to me, going to the cards, that was the difference in the fight, that knockdown. But Morrell got I think it was a split decision. I think he got. It was a split decision. And I think Matias, one judge scored the Matias and Puello fight a draw, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. I think it was a draw in 7-5, 7-5, wasn't it? That fight was extremely close.
So not to dig up something, but I'll try to jump in. I was having a hard time with StreamYard, but y'all was talking about the refs. And I just wanted to get a benefit of the doubt and say, do we ever take into consideration, liability the refs hold in that ring, like the lawsuits they may encounter, the sanctioning bodies may encounter, the promoters. Like, it's a lot of people that come into that decision of, we need to step and fight. Like, if you got a promoter coming to you and say, hey, listen, if my fighter gets into this deep water, stop it, right? Because the fighters, they don't really think for themselves. They're fighters. They're warriors. They want to.
Well, they got a team. They got a whole corner. They got 3-4 people in the corner.
And your corner, see, that's the thing. Your corner kind of knows how deep they can take you. A good coach knows, like, all right, you know what? This guy here, we're gonna take him into the deep end. Like, we know that my fighter has a lot more to go. This ain't even the tip of the iceberg. But those refs don't know that. Those promoters don't care about that. And those sanctioning bodies don't want to experience that no more. Right, you got to remember the uptake of deaths in the rings that we have had. Now, don't get me wrong. I do think we should need to look into maybe a performance-based strategy for fighters. I mean, not for fighters, for refs. Like, possibly, your paycheck, the better experiences you have, the better referee fights you have, the more you get paid. You know what I'm saying? Like a hierarchy. Like, listen, you know what? I'm a $20,000 ref because my fights are this. The people like my fights like this, and the fighters are enjoying me and everything. You know, you get what I'm saying? A performance-based contract outside of saying, hey, you good in here, you do your job, you go home.
I think a lot of shit that happens in boxing is counterintuitive because they say they care so much about the safety, but what did they do in amateurs? They took off the headgear. So now you're gonna have 100 more fights in your life with no headgear before you even go professional. But we care so much when you're professional, and these are kids half the time,
Well,
and the amateurs are very
the
young men.
headgear came off because we just weren't competitive on that international mark, on an international way, right? Even the way that amateur boxing was done before, like the rules from when I was amateur boxing is nowhere near what it was now. Like they had a point system. It was a lot of standing 8 counts. It was easy. Like the USA amateur boxing was not competitive on an international scale. And that's why we went so long without having any Olympic champions.
See,
So
but they wanted to see more knockouts. That's why I took the headgear off. They want to make it more exciting to watch. So they're
I can
asking for more
see,
damage to be done to fighters.
but you know, so like some of these referees are also MMA referees as well, who's refereeing the fight boxing matches, and a lot of the cutmen are the same. The cutmen for the boxing matches to the MMA fighters are the same cutmen. So I can't put this completely on. But honestly, what I think it is, I just think that boxing is such a brutal sport. It's much, much, much more brutal than boxing to me. And this is, I mean, to UFC to me. And you guys, you know, this is without my bias and everything. I know you know how much I hate the monkey fighters. But it's a difference when you get beat across your skull with a padded glove over and over and over, and you're inducing so much trauma to the head outside of you getting your eye cut open. You're like, okay, you see it swell up, it bleeds, it's releasing the pressure. Boxers, those gloves are protect your hands, not the other fighter. It's much more brutal. That's why a lot of people say they'd rather do bare knuckle, they'd rather do MMA because the padding of that glove continues, allows you to just keep beating and beating and beating on a person. When that person's hand would have naturally been broken, swollen, fractured, whatever.
That's why it's all about bare knuckle, baby. A real man's fucking fight, man. Fuck that shit. Bare knuckle. Yeah,
No,
those
but
fights
listen,
would be stopped for better
you
reason.
have to love boxing because what other sport do you know that a mediocre fighter could come in and just because he hits hard, he can make enough money to change his family's lifestyle forever. Even bring on his bum brother and promote him as a fighter. So it's
Are you talking about the
yeah.
Russells?
Never. I'm talking about the Wilder. The Russells, those are actually the one of the greatest boxing family to ever have graced the square circle.
Yeah, they are. They
I knew
are.
we were gonna sneak the Russells in there somewhere.
He brought him up. I was talking about Wilder and his brother. Like, whatever happened to Wilder's brother? Look at Jake Paul. Look at the Pauls. Like, come on. You got the Pauls.
Hey,
You
speaking
got
of
the
Jake Paul,
Wilders. You got Davis, Keyshawn and his brothers.
man, you got the Klitschko's, the Durrells.
No. Hold on. Klitschko's was up, both of them. Hold on. You gonna put some respect on that name? They
Hey,
were actually
Klitschko's
good.
gonna be the greatest.
Them was a 1-2 combination that was good, right? If they had a third, they could have been the Russells, but they didn't have a
Oh
third
my
one.
goodness.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, but speaking of Jake Paul, man, did y'all watch the female fights? You know, I'm not big on female fighting, but I wasn't
Absolutely.
gonna
I
miss it.
watched every fight on that card, including my lady Tam Tebow.
I, I
Man.
only watch. I only watched the main event.
I've been following her since the Tokyo Olympics, man. And talking to L Dub about it, I was like, so are they gonna fast track her or what? He was like, oh yeah, she's already the WBA mandatory. She's only had 3 pro fights, but she's long, rangy, got power. And
What is she
160
fighting
is
at?
why
What she fighting at?
160 is wide open right now. She fights at 160.
Oh, okay. So she could come up and get knocked down.
Yeah, she could easily go up
She could
to
go up
one,
to
and
Carissa
she's
and see the GOAT.
5'10", 5'11", 5'10", 5'11". She's big, man. She's big for that weight class, and she could easily grow to 168 or even 175, man. So
Well,
it's gonna be
I
interesting to see.
suggest that she takes her time and let Carissa get out the way before she run into an unstoppable object.
I mean, hey, a few more fights, she might be in there with Clarissa. All I'm saying.
She need a few more lives.
She gonna get whooped too.
And I was trying to explain to somebody
like
who's
Beyonce.
a casual about Clarissa. I was like, it's not that these girls aren't good. It's just that Clarissa's 2 levels above them.
Facts.
Yeah.
She's so much better than everybody she fights. It's hard to see somebody everybody wants to see her get pushed. And it's hard for that to happen when you're so far ahead of everybody, man.
Listen, a bunch of Nissans on the highway ain't gonna push a Ferrari. It's just what it is. It's just what it is, baby.
Yeah, but that's what I love about her is even with her being that far ahead, she is not taking her foot off the gas. She stays to keep that bubble being much further ahead.
I beg this. I can't think of what fight it was, but it's been a few fights where she always says she don't take the other fighter for granted, but it's a few times you can tell she ain't take that woman as serious as she should have. And then some shit happened, and then Carissa, you'd be like, oh shit. That's
she got that
those moments. Yeah, that's when we had those moments. Like, oh shit,
and then she changed.
She really
she shows you there's levels to this.
Yeah.
Yeah, she she comes out slow, which a lot of fighters do. A lot of fighters come out slow, just
she tries to come out and box when she just needs to. She always tries to come out and box, and then she ends up just beating the shit out of somebody. But it's like
yeah, and then it just turns into a fight. And it's a difference between you can teach somebody how to box, you can't teach somebody how to fight.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to say. She's very
Clarissa can fight. Like
she's very you can make this. It can be easy or this can be hard. Like you're going to. Matter of fact, Gary Russell said it best. Either I'm gonna beat him for 12 rounds, or he gonna stop early. It's gonna be one or the other.
Yeah, it's
I'm glad to see he's coming back, man. I thought he was retired. I thought he was in enough, but a guy who I'm not excited to see come back is Tony Harrison. I thought he was done after he done after he took that beating from Tim Tszyu, man.
Everyone needs a check. That's what I see that as.
You think that's what it is? That's got to be what it is,
both,
man.
For both.
I don't think you really have anything left to give to the sport, man. Like your last few fights, we've seen you take a beating.
Tony's giving all he can give, right?
Right.
And the matchmakers aren't making the matches on his side any longer. And that's what a lot of people understand when it comes to boxing. It's not just
he's a gatekeeper. He's a gatekeeper now.
Yeah,
he's a gatekeeper now.
No, it's not even a gatekeeper. He's a name. Listen, you were once a champion. I get you on my list, and now I can have a Floyd Mayweather-esque type of career where it can say I beat all these prior champions, right? Of course, I might have caught you behind, or at the end of your career. But the blueprint for him has already been written. Like we know what he is, we know how to stop him, we know how to beat him. He's a hell of an actual boxer. Like we were just going to go. Box. Yeah, dude, he will box your ears.
He can box. It's just around that 7th, 8th, 9th round. He's gonna run out of gas and he's gonna get touched and he's going down.
That's it. So
his conditioning and his chin is gonna fail him at some point in that fight.
But how much conditioning do you expect from a man his age?
It's kind of like, even though he's not getting stopped outside the Canelo fight, he's not getting stopped. It's kind of like it's a weird thing with Caleb Plant, man. Like that 8th, 9th round, he just runs out of gas. And we know how dedicated to the sport. He's never missed weight. He's always in dog shape. But for some reason, you can almost clock it. That 8th, 9th round, Caleb Plant's gonna run out of gas.
And that's what I was going to say. Is just at some point, I'm not going to say genetics. You just can't do it. Like your body, your lungs. Hey, listen.
It's got to be genetics.
Do you? I don't want to put that on genetics. I just want to make.
Nah, you can get stamina.
It's not a video game where you can just turn it on and off, but at the same time, it's just you. I think it's. I won't even say heart. Right? It takes more heart to suffocate yourself to death than it takes to stay in the fight. If you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So if I'm fighting you and we going at it like, hell, getting hit ain't shit. Getting hit ain't nothing. But now we talking about I gotta keep going when I know I ain't breathing no more. I know my chest is getting heavy. So your brain starts to think for you and say, you know what? No. We're gonna
Arms get a little heavy.
Yeah, we're gonna lay off at this point. We're gonna do this at this point. You know, you start to overthink yourself in the ring. And one thing about boxing, it's not a thinking man sport. Like, yes, you have to be intelligent to box, but you have to be barbaric. You have to turn that shit off and say, all right.
At some point, your instincts got to kick in and your skill level got to kick in. But
fight or flight.
And I think we saw it last night with Shakur. He was like, all right, I got to fight this motherfucker, man.
I think
some guys you run into, some girls you run into, you just got to bite down on your mouthpiece and say, all right, I got to fight him.
Shout out to Killer for popping through. Yeah.
I think Shakur's grandfather said he's tired of hearing this. Boy, you need to go out there and stop embarrassing me.
Hey, so when is Alicia?
Stand down.
When's Alicia Baumgartner gonna move her ass up, dog, and fight somebody that matters?
Listen,
she called out Katie. She called out Katie after the fight.
She called out Katie? What are they gonna do? Catch weight?
She called out Katie. She said she posted on Twitter after the fight, I want Katie next.
She gonna move up to Katie's division?
Do you see her?
She's gonna have to. Katie ain't coming down to 30. She's gonna have to.
Do you see her as a real fighter? A legitimate fighter?
Absolutely.
So you see her in the same lights that you see Clarissa?
She's undisputed. Absolutely.
Listen.
Who, Baumgartner?
Fedor is undisputed.
Katie Taylor, yeah.
I don't see him in the same light.
I mean, she does have a win over the welterweight champion of the world. So, yeah, I see her in that light. She did beat Michaela Mayer. Like let's not act like that didn't happen. She did beat Michaela Mayer. And Michaela Mayer is the champion at 147 right now. So
not without controversy. That was a very, very, very close fight.
If you want to say it could have went either way, it could have went either way.
It could, yeah.
But
that's all. She got the win. She got the win. But I'm saying the way that Baumgartner was acting,
over Michaela Mayer,
the way she was acting after that fight, she acted like she beat her ass, bro. That was not the truth.
No. She didn't bash her brains.
No, but I'm saying,
she didn't knock her out.
But I'm saying, let Alicia tell it. Let Alicia tell it. That's how she gonna tell it.
Oh yeah. Oh, you know the man. Come on, you know how history goes, man. The winners get to write history.
Yeah.
So let her tell it. She bashed Michaela Mayer's brains in, but we saw the fight. She won. In my opinion, she won. But it wasn't no dominant performance, in which it's hard to dominate.
In my opinion, she's scared. She's scared of Clarissa Shields, bro. She always was. That's why she waited till Clarissa moved up to start talking. Because when that fight could have happened,
man, Clarissa,
she wanted no part.
Man, I never entertained that fight seriously for 1 second. Alicia's too small. She's too small, man. She's fighting at 130. Clarissa couldn't make 130 when she was 15.
Whoa. I think Clarissa they can meet in the middle. Come on now. Clarissa is
meet in the middle where?
But Baumgartner is willing to come up to 140 right now.
Yeah.
That's 140. Clarissa has never fought below 154.
Well, then you know what should happen, DJ. You know what should happen. Baumgartner should keep her fucking mouth closed then.
Well, yeah, but
shut your fucking mouth.
Clarissa started. Well, no, I can't even say that because Clarissa.
No, she did not. No, she did not.
Yeah. That's why I can't say that because Alicia was like, "Yeah, I'd fight her." I was like, "No, what are you doing? No, you
wouldn't.
No, you can't because she can't. She can't come down to 147. She can't. Clarissa can't. She can't. She's fighting at 175 right now.
154.
Maybe. That's a strong maybe right now. Clarissa's easily 190, maybe even 200 pounds right now.
Yeah, she was solid. She was on the sideline looking
She's
solid yesterday.
man. She's really grown
You
into
gotta remember,
175. I'd be hard pressed to
she's
say
getting her
Clarissa
woman
could
weight.
even make 168 again.
But Clarissa's getting her woman weight now. You got, you see them yams. Come on. Them things ain't like.
Yeah, Clarissa is a lot bigger than Alicia Baumgartner. There was no way on God's green earth that Clarissa could ever make 147 pounds. So I never took that fight serious. To me, that was just always women being catty.
Since we're talking about the GLOAT,
I never took that serious for a second.
Big news though, since we're talking about the GLOAT, we all saw her Layla Ali yesterday said 15 to 20, and she'll come out of retirement and fight Clarissa.
She said, "I'll think about it." That type of money, I'd have to think about it. But Layla's husband done shut that down several times. No, you're not fighting. You're not fighting.
Layla now, man. She going 50, 60.
She pushing. She mid-40s, mid to late 40s.
Yeah, she almost as old as you. Come on, man. You gotta cut that. Come on, cut that.
Hey, talk it.
Easy.
Talk shit, get hit.
I would almost rather see Wilder in the ring getting beat up again.
Hey, talk shit, get hit.
Right. But I get all of that. I get all of it. Bro, Layla has not fought in 18 years. Y'all realize that, right?
Yeah.
And it would still be the biggest female fight in boxing history.
But
Layla has not fought Layla hasn't fought in 18 years. She's retired.
Tyson's fight. Come on, guys.
Yeah, that's what they said about the Mike Tyson Jake Paul shit. We saw that went.
And we saw how that went.
It shouldn't happen.
It shouldn't have happened, but it still broke Netflix. It did what it's supposed to do, make money.
Yeah, you had all these old dudes out here. Well, then Mike got to punch his chance. Mike's fucking 60.
I remember all those motherfuckers.
On a fundamental
I remember.
Like on a fundamental level, right? He's 60.
Yeah.
Look, this ain't 1990 no more. This ain't 1989 no more, bro.
No, but
that ain't the Mike that's coming out here.
But here's the difference between
Mike's boxing style relied on agility.
Everybody got hype off him hitting the pad.
But here's the difference in that though, DJ. The difference between that and this is Clarissa literally has nothing else, bro. She has stamped out every checkbox in boxing on her card. She has nothing else out there.
Beat Remy Ma.
Might as well get the biggest bag you could possibly get, which is probably Remy. Remy Ma's a bag. Remy Ma's a bag. But then Layla is the biggest bag she can get. Because if Layla's getting paid 15 to 20,
Remy is a much better fight than her.
That's possible.
Like I just think it's all talk. I think it's all talk. I don't even think Turkey would seriously even entertain that fight. Like I said, she's been retired for. She hasn't.
Somebody will.
And not. She hasn't fought in 18 years.
Don't matter.
It 100% matters.
Come on, bro. You can't.
She ain't.
I'm saying it matters from a level of competitiveness. Yes, it's not. It won't be competitive, but when it comes to a blockbuster fight, making money, it's the biggest. It'll be one of the biggest pay-per-views probably of the year.
And Layla really don't want to fight, bro. She doesn't want to fight. The only reason this is even a thing. The only reason this is even a thing is because Layla went on the radio and said when everybody kept asking her, about a possible comeback and all that, she was like, "There's nobody really worth my time to come back." And Clarissa took it, and Clarissa took exception to that because she has to fight. She has to fight every battle that's presented to her. Right? Correct. She has to fight every fight in and out the ring. She fights every fight that comes to her.
There you go. I was about to say that she feels like the underdog. She's like, she has a chip.
No, she just feels like she feels slighted anytime somebody doesn't kiss her ass.
She should, at the same time, I was about to say, at the same time, that's like you got to grow into this position. You got to show your etiquette. You got to You gotta have some
Nah,
class.
fuck that. Clarissa don't duck no fades. Nigga, you say her name, she coming, dog.
You gotta
Yeah,
have
she
some
No.
coming.
Clarissa don't duck
You
no
ain't
phase
hear
now.
you didn't
That's why
hear
I said
Sugar.
she
Come on.
fight
If you even
every
say
fight
if
that's
you say
presented to
anything
her.
less than positive, she's coming. Don't matter.
You want listen, some of these fighters get out there pocket of Andre. And everybody knows that Andre got at least one one legendary fight left in him. And some of that stuff, he just go, come on, bro. Like, I'm not even going to acknowledge this. And we all know Andre Ward has one in the tank. He's not one of those fighters that don't have one left in the tank.
But Clarissa's not done. Like, why would she not entertain the biggest bag she could ever get? Like, that one bag would make up for her whole career of
I think she
boxing.
would have made more money by being the darling. That was her opportunity to be the darling and say, yeah, she was a great fighter, greatest woman of her time, and to have her come out at her next fight. Like she could have played this another way and got more. What is it? More bees with honey. You a country bumpkin. What is it, DJ?
Mhm.
More something. Y'all always playing with flies
You
down in
use
the
more
country.
flavors with honey than you do vinegar, and easy on the country jokes.
She not. No, Clarissa not cute enough to be the darling. That's the problem.
Whoa.
That's not it. That's not it.
You
No,
are
Yeah,
so
that's
for
it, dog.
lack of a better term,
Well,
she's a
hey,
bitch. She's a bitch.
well, that's
She's a
true. But I'm
bitch.
saying she's not attractive.
She don't get
she's not,
along. She's not a lady.
dude.
Clarissa
I was
doesn't
about to
know
say, okay,
how.
I can go with that.
She doesn't know how to be a lady.
She's not a darling.
There's certain times where you have to be a lady, and in that time when she has to be a lady, Clarissa always chooses to be a bitch. Now that's just who she is. I'm not asking her to change. That's who she is. That's what made her the GOAT. That mentality is what made her the GOAT.
Yeah.
But also the flip side of that, you got to understand how that type of personality turns people off. I wouldn't care if she was white, black, Latino, green, orange, whatever. I don't care. People don't like to be in a room with a bitch.
Yeah, but we can't, because she's a woman. I don't think we need to keep calling her a bitch. Like that kind of stings.
I mean, that's why I said, for lack of just plainly putting it, she's hard to deal with. If you're not kissing her ass, she don't like you.
Well, she's the greatest. What do you expect?
That's why I said I don't want her to change. I don't want her to change. That part of her personality to certain people is very endearing because everybody says they want somebody with that dog in them, all this type of stuff. Well, this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like. And because she's a woman, it's perceived different. They want everybody to be like Amanda Serrano. They want everybody to be like Katie Taylor. They want everybody to be like all these different women, Alicia Baumgartner, even Michaela is a bitch.
I think the issue is that she's a fighter first.
And she's a fighter, and that's just who she is.
Yeah.
So she's gonna take everything. She's not
just a fighter. She is the greatest woman fighter of all time.
Yeah, but she's not in there to just play around. Like she's in there to win. She's in there to hurt.
If you say anything less than that, she got a problem.
And she should though, because she earned the right to act that way. Like
she put them same miles.
She is the greatest.
I'm not saying there's no one else because I'm a fan of her. Because I'm a fan of her, I don't mind that. But on the flip side of that, you can't get mad at people who don't like that.
But including Layla, like, see, here's the thing: when it comes to men's fighting, you can debate a little bit. Like, I feel like it's clear cut Mayweather. People can debate Ali. They can debate, some other people.
Have
you know what I'm saying?
Seen Gary?
But in women's, there is no fucking debate. There's not a close second. Clarissa Shields is 1 through 5, and then you can start seeing who's number 6. So, like, for anyone to even be brought in the same name, brought in the same realm as her, is a disrespect already, and that's how she takes it. Because it'd be different if there was like another great woman fight. I mean, you could say Layla, but come on, Layla never accomplished the shit that fucking Clarissa did. Not even half of what she accomplished. So, like,
I mean,
that's the only other person that you can
women's
kind of
boxing
say.
was still in its infancy then.
Exactly.
It wasn't.
And maybe,
it wasn't
maybe in 10, 20
now.
years, we find someone else that can be compared.
This might surprise DJ, but do you think Ken Shamrock could beat John Jones.
Hell no.
Absolutely not. And he's not.
Okay,
Ken
then.
Shamrock is not considered one of the GOATs. He's considered a
Yeah,
pioneer.
Frank
He's
is
not
better than
considered one of
Ken.
the GOATs.
I tried.
Huh?
That was as far as my.
Frank is better than Ken.
That was
Frank was
look,
better than
that was the
Ken.
death.
Frank was
That-
better than
that's
Ken.
the
Frank was a
death
lot
of,
better than Ken.
Frank is
But
one
if
of the
you
most
wanna
underrated,
say-
disrespected
But
champs.
that's the
If
death
you
of
want to
my,
say
UFC
George St.
knowledge.
Pierre or Anderson Silva or Mighty Mouse Johnson, like they got legitimate arguments for
Someone was
that.
scared. Someone was scared of John Jones. He didn't want that phase. He'd rather fight Forrest Griffin.
That was
But
the death of my UFC knowledge. I tried.
Well,
he want
and
to move
if
up
we
to
doing
fight
that,
Sandman, Irvin, and Forrest Griffin, and never move up to fight anybody worthwhile. And just keep fighting
and
random ass middleweight.
And Mex, if you want to do that, we can also say that George St. Pierre ducked that Anderson Silva smoke because Anderson Silva offered to move down to 170, and George St. Pierre still said no.
Before y'all
So-
get too deep into Pride Month communication, do you really think Floyd can beat Hitman Hearns?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, well, I know you smoke that.
Ooh,
I've seen Hitman lose to lesser
Ooh.
competition.
So you really think Floyd
Mm.
body can withstand that much punishment?
I don't think he would have to because I don't think Hitman would get them kind of shots off.
Mm.
We talking Money Mayweather or we talking Pretty Boy?
I'm talking pretty boy when he was him. Because Money ain't got nothing to do with this one. Money Mayweather ain't even gonna take that fight. Pretty boy get in there and get it in.
I mean, you got to
I don't
kind of
think
look
Pretty
at
Boy got a
you
fight,
got to look at
no,
somebody who was somewhat comparable to excuse me. You got to look at somebody who was comparable to Hitman Hearns' measurements, which was Chico Corrales at that time.
Man,
Chico Corrales was a
you
5
can't
foot.
measure heart,
No,
man.
Chico
Cut
Corrales
that
was
out.
a 5'10" super featherweight dog. Like, come on, man.
yo, I'm not even gonna get that deep into it. I'm gonna say this: other than Roberto Duran, which is the one exception on his resume, every big fight he had against a big time fighter, he lost. So that's it. Hearns.
Oh,
He lost against Leonard. He got lost against Leonard. Then got the draw against Leonard. Right, draw. Yeah, split decision. Oh, whatever.
yeah.
But he never beat Leonard. He never beat Hagler. He lost to Barkley twice. Like,
He did beat
a
Leonard.
front
He did
runner.
beat Leonard that second time.
But you got to understand what type of dog Leonard.
But
was.
Leonard would. But by the time they fought the second time, Leonard was on dope. So
Yeah,
yeah.
The
So,
man was
but
a
he did beat
monster.
Leonard that second time.
you got to understand Leonard was a monster. They don't make him like that no more. That's why I didn't even try to compare. Floyd
Now
to him.
that would be a good fight. That
No,
if
it
we
wouldn't
talking
be.
about fantasy
It
fights,
wouldn't
that
be.
would have been a good
It
fight.
would not be. He would beat that man
Pretty-
like
pretty-
he beat his uncle.
Hold on.
Dad,
Pretty
he beat his
boy,
dad.
Oh, he had a
Pretty
draw,
boy, and
bro.
Sugar Ray Leonard at 35.
He had a
kidding me?
split draw.
First of all, Leonard was he wasn't.
He had a
like,
split draw, bro. He didn't beat Leonard.
He beat him. He beat him.
It was a draw.
Like
that
he
got.
beat him. Like go back and watch that fight. He beat him.
Hey, Kevin's over there beating off to the TV as we're on women's fight.
So that's Savannah Marsh. I hear you, Kev. Shout out to Kev, man.
Carlos,
Yeah.
nobody.
But the same way you feel about Savannah Marshall, Kev, is the same way I feel about Tam Tebow.
Who the fuck is Tam Tebow? I gotta see.
He
this
beat
shit.
Leonard and caused damage to his eye. SF City Slicker, I remember that. I remember that second fight. Now the third fight shouldn't have happened. Like they tried. No, I think it was the third fight with Duran that shouldn't have happened. Like they've tried to. I know they've tried to burn the tape, but that fight happened and it shouldn't have.
But the Duran was, he already knew Duran was blowing up so heavy between those fights.
Mhm.
Everyone know he had bad habits. So that's different.
That sounds like a you problem.
Another thing.
Yeah, that's a whole lot of his problem.
another thing
Anybody
that
tell you to
people
go
don't
back
take
down
into
there to Panama
consideration-
and start celebrating for 6 months?
another thing people don't take consideration when it comes to boxing is
Hitman still got 3 inches in height on Chico. That's what I'm saying. Like that was the only like super long, rangy fighter that I can remember Floyd really fighting was Chico Corrales, and he dominated. Bro, y'all got to remember who Chico Corrales was at that time. He was the guy who, nobody really wanted to fight, but at the same time, it was like everybody keep talking about this Floyd Mayweather. Give him to me. Let me fight him. And Floyd said, all right, cool. And went in there and put on a show. So, but absolutely, Leonard and Floyd at 135? You kidding me? That would have been a good fight.
But listen. What I'm trying to explain to you guys,
it would have been Pacquiao Floyd all over again. For
it's not even just the fighters that mattered. Like them corners was different. Those coaches was different. You see these corners now, man. It's a ladder. Yes, and then you can do it. Man. You
those PEDs are different. That cocaine is different.
You getting your ass kicked in there. You getting beat, pillar the post. You remember what he said to
definitely on the ladder. Definitely on the ladder.
You're blowing it, man. You're blowing it. They scared to say that. You're blowing it. You're blowing it. They remember how big of a deal they made.
Fireman. We walked through the fire.
Yeah. These guys, it's okay. We're just going to come back and we're going to just double up on the jab and bring the hook behind it. No, man. Sometimes you don't need to calm.
Hey, Michael, I got your son on the phone. Your son is watching. He's watching you, Michael.
So when you think about these fights, you got to think about put that corner. Right? You got to think
Shout
about
out
that
to
corner
Teddy
and
Atlas,
the
man,
fighter.
even though he was a racist. Shout out to Teddy Atlas.
I don't think he's a racist. I think he's just.
I think he's just racial. He's racial.
I think I think he's just super biased. Like he got his
I think he's been around a lot of black people enough to formulate his own opinion about him.
I bet you would think that, man. Out of all people,
that was a very political way of putting that, man. It's a very political way. But speaking of bias, man, I wish they would get Sergio Mora the hell off TV.
Oh man. He loves sucking some Latin dick, dog. I can tell you that.
Hey, you said it better than I could, bro. Like, because he was just glazing Zepeda the first 4 rounds.
It was one of those.
And then once Shakur started lumping him up, you notice he got quiet.
But he would still critique Shakur when Shakur's winning rounds, bro. He's like, Shakur should do more of this. He should do more of this. Like, yeah, he's winning the round, but he should be.
Another good shot by Zepeda. Another good shot by Zepeda. Then when Shakur started bouncing his head off the back of his neck, all of a sudden, Zepeda needs to do this. I think Zepeda needs to do more of that. It was like, no. Talk about your man getting lumped up right now.
Yeah.
He got very quiet. And it's crazy that he was like, I thought it was a 5-5 fight going into the championship rounds. It's like, no, it wasn't, bro.
And that's another thing that's wrong with boxing. I think that the commentators are so super biased, super one-sided.
I don't think they should give their opinion on who's winning a fight or a round. I think it should just be a play-by-play.
I can't remember what fight that was.
Absolutely.
Was it Teddy Atlas or somebody jumped out there with George Foreman, and he checked him right there, and I said he's getting his. I was like, yo, okay, but these personalities get in there, and they're just that personalities, and they're on the payroll. You can tell they're on the payroll. Like you can obviously see this guy get his butt kicked, and you're like, well, he's holding up a good fight. Oh my God! Look at this hook. Like, everything this other fighter does is so. It's so,
he's still in this fight, man. He getting pieced up. Are we not watching the same fight?
but that's why we need to go.
Watch the fight with the sound on.
That's why we need to go back to the classic play-by-plays, like from the radio, that just tell you what was landing. They're not going for either fighter. They're just saying, and they gotta do it so fast. They don't got time to formulate an opinion on the fight. They're just like,
That's
oh,
what I'm
left
saying.
hook, right,
You're right.
boom, boom,
You're
boom.
right, Max. You're 100% right. They don't do the play-by-plays any longer, and because of that, they saying a whole bunch of extra stuff. They're not saying left
As
hook,
much
right.
as much criticism as he gets sometimes, some of it warranted. Jim Lampley does a good job at giving play-by-play.
I thought you was about to say Max. I can't stand him.
No, not Max Kellerman. Clearly has favorites.
Yeah, I'm about to say like.
It's a lot of fighters. You can tell if you habla español, oh, you the greatest thing since sliced bread to Sergio Mora.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you just putting on this fantastic boxing performance.
Honestly, just watch that shit in Spanish, bro. You're not gonna understand, but the energy's there.
Yeah. And look, you can tell Shakur was really taking over the fight because you didn't hear no more Mexico. You didn't hear that no more coming around the 7th, 8th, 9th round. You didn't hear it.
What's next for Shakur?
Either Schofield or Tank.
I don't think Schofield is a step up. I think Schofield is a step down.
I mean, just those are the only two fights for him. To me, those are the only two
unification.
Okay. Now here's a harder one. What's next for Boots? Because he outgrew his weight class.
Virgil.
Hey, man, Boots is a duck and a cherry picker. I don't know. I don't respect him.
How's he a duck and a cherry picker?
I already told you, bro. Yeah, all of a sudden, he wants to fight Virgil, and now he's willing to wait to fight Virgil coming off hand surgery because he knows Virgil's not even available for fight.
That's Virgil's problem.
Yeah, so you gonna pick him coming off hand surgery?
No, DJ, you can't have.
So when I wanted to fight you 4 years, when I wanted to fight you 4 years ago, and your father and your trainer said no,
stop that, DJ. Stop that right now, because you can't say you want to see good competitive fights, and boxing needs to be the sport that it was before. But they say go ahead, fight this man off a hand surgery where he don't even know if he can still.
Man, Virgil ain't fought since January, man. Y'all can miss me with that. I don't care if he just now waiting to get hand surgery. That's on him.
So you just want to see him get beat.
Virgil ain't fought since January.
You just want to see Virgil get beat. Is that what it is?
So you duck Tio to move up.
Here we go. Tio nonsense again.
He clearly ducked Tio. He clearly said, "I don't want to fight that guy."
It doesn't benefit him to fight Tio.
He ducked Tio. He ducking Gary.
How does it benefit him to fight Virgil? There's no belt on the line either way.
Virgil is a WBC interim.
Interim. There ain't no belt.
Okay, so he beats Virgil.
Tio would be a champ coming up at least.
Virgil, he's in the catbird seat for a title shot at 154.
He could have already got that. He had 2 belts. He could have got a mandatory title shot. Instead, he vacated his belts.
He vacated his belts because he wasn't gonna get to unify anymore at 147. You understand?
He could have moved up.
Fucking Tio.
He could have moved up and got a mandatory title shot for either one of those 2 sanctioning bodies that he had belts for.
So the WBA champion right now was Bud. Was he gonna get to fight? Was he gonna get to fight him?
No, that would have got vacated. He would have got first dibs on the vacation.
No. So the IBF is Bakram Murtazaliev, who was about to fight Erickson Lubin. Was he gonna get that title shot?
Why
wouldn't he?
The WBO is vacant. The WBO is vacant. The WBO is vacant, and Xander Zayas and Jorge Garcia about to fight for that at the end of July. He wasn't gonna get that title shot. The WBC, Tim Tszyu and Sebastian Fundora about to fight again. He wasn't getting no title shot.
Okay, but DJ, he openly said he's willing to wait all the way till November just to fight Virgil. So he couldn't wait to fight the title, the winner of any of those that you just named.
These guys are fighting in July.
But when Virgil wanted to fight him before, I'm gonna get a unification with Stanley Otis.
It's not his fault that Virgil didn't fight him. It's not his fault that Virgil didn't fight him 4 years ago, and his Virgil's camp said wait 4 years. Then all of a sudden, there's a phantom offer that was put out there when Boots told you, I want to unify at 147. He unified at 147. Now he's moving up and he's fighting Virgil, his first fight back. That's not his problem. So you would want Boots to go up and fight somebody else as a tune-up, you would rather Boots have a tune-up and
No,
Virgil
I think
have
Virgil
a
should have a
before they.
tune-up. I think Virgil should have one before the hand.
I
Man,
think
we
Boots
need more of that
should have
Errol Spence
found some
energy,
heart.
man. I don't need no tune-up, man.
He should have found some heart to Fort Gary.
Combo.
Should have fought Tio. Should have fought
What's
Tio.
wrong with Gary at 140?
There's nothing in it for him fighting Tio.
There's a bag.
There's nothing that's it's a lose-lose
It would have been
situation.
the biggest. It would have been the biggest.
If he knocks
biggest
him out,
purse
then
of
you
his whole
knocked out a
career.
140 pounder. If he knocks him out, then you knocked out a 140 pounder. If he doesn't knock him out, then he's overrated. And God forbid he loses. Oh my God, you were overrated. You just got beat by a 40 pounder. There was no benefit in him fighting Teofimo Lopez.
He needs
If Teofimo really wanted smoke, he could have moved up and fought Brian Norman Jr. when that fight was offered to him.
That's not a competitive fight for him, and he should have to go down.
He did, but he wanted more money. Look, I'm not the biggest Tio fan, but he has earned the right to get a decent bag against opponents, bro. He should be the A side in a lot of these situations because he has been winning fights and dominating performances. I mean, he has had some performances that he probably lost.
Your bag is determined by your draw. It ain't about how good you are. Your bag is determined by your draw.
No, that's Boots' place to earn some of these fights, man. Like, you can't just hope that the top guy matches up with a style that he can't, really compete with just so you can hopefully slide in. Come on, bro.
I'm gonna say this. I don't want to put it all on Boots because I don't know if he makes his own decisions about his career. But I'll say whoever has been driving the car for Boots' career has been doing it not good, very trashy, bro. They squandered a lot of big opportunities they could have had, waiting for the next big opportunity that never came. And now he's stuck with 30-something fights, still ain't fought nobody, still hasn't had a pay-per-view fight, still hasn't had a big fight, had his own people walk out the arena before his fucking interview. No one cared, dog.
I think they're overlooking a lot of shit a lot of stuff in his career.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. They keep using that championship. They use that championship to just say that, which I get. No disrespect to that. Okay, you want to unify a title's a title. It don't matter. Big Bird had the fucking belt. He's the champ. Cool. Whatever, bro. But at the same time, you're doing this for a career. You had 30 fights and made no fucking money. Even with that unification, you didn't make money. You could have made a couple bags already.
Yeah.
You could have elevated your name already where now you are all of them. Bud, Tio, Virgil.
He wasn't going to make no bag fighting Tio. Tio was not a draw like that.
He would have made a bag. That would have been both of their first pay-per-view. This is Tio coming
Tio
off.
Was not a draw. You like Tio was not a draw, man. He's still not a draw.
No.
Tio is constantly
a bigger draw than Boots.
Yes.
I highly doubt that. The
whole Latino market shows up.
If you want to say they're on the same level, then yeah.
I can't see.
But
not even close. Not even close.
I can't see.
Not even close.
But
Tio's a bigger draw. And I'm not saying bigger draw in a good way. It's that he also plays the villain where a lot of people want to see him get his ass knocked out now because the shit he talks.
I think he has the personality to sell the hell out of that fight.
Yeah, he does. And guess what? It'd be Tio fighting a black dude, and all black people want Tio to get knocked out because of the shit he be talking. So, motherfuckers popping up, bro. And guess what? Boots will probably do it. That's the thing, too. Boots is the overwhelming favorite in that fight. And why not just go ahead and run it while you're waiting?
If that was the case, then he could have fought Brian Norman Jr. and he could have fought Devin.
Brian Norman's not a bigger bag than Boots.
If that was the case, he could have moved up, got a belt, and then that would have been another unification. That would have been another.
But why would he move up and get one belt when he could move up and go for two? At the time, Boots had two belts.
For one belt, why? Okay, so you said why move up for one belt when he can get two? Why would you not try to go for a belt and possibly get three after that?
Possibly. So Boots is moving up.
Are we running around chasing belts like the Lord of the Rings?
Boots would have moved up though, like as we clearly saw. So it's like if he would have fought Norman, then how much time between that possible fight with Boots, Boots would have moved up to 154 already. That fight would have been off the table. Like we all knew Boots was going. Like that's the thing too is like Boots said after the second Karen fight about his main excuse for that performance was the weight, the weight. I don't know if I get unification, I'll stay, which he did, or I'll just move out 154, 154. And he never moved up to 154. Then he fought standing on this cool. Now you got two of the belts. You could there's two more out there to get. Now all of a sudden you don't want to be undisputed no more. And then you vacate your belts. And then you fucking come up and you're like, I'll wait for this one guy coming off hand surgery. There's other people. Why don't you call out Charlo? Even that's a good fight. It's a big fight. It's a bag. It's a name. And there's no belt attached to it.
No problem. Okay. So you have no problem with him fighting Charlo, who ain't fought in 2 years. But you have a fight. You have a problem with him fighting Virgil coming off of hand surgery.
No. I didn't say I didn't have a problem. I
don't see why.
I didn't say it was a problem. What I'm saying is, why did he not also mention him? Why don't he have a little list like, okay, well, Virgil's not available. I'll take Charlo, or if not, I'll take the winner of Pandora. Or I'll take. He just focused on one guy now, the same guy you didn't want to fight a couple months ago. You only have one name coming out. You said, I'm moving up to fight 54.
He didn't say I didn't want to fight him. He didn't say I didn't want to fight him. That's not what he said.
His camp.
He said I didn't even know the fight was offered.
Yeah, that's true. His camp fucked that up for him. But if that's the case, then why don't you fight a light?
Say he dug Virgil when he said I didn't even know the fight was offered to me.
Yeah.
But that's the case, right? Why don't you also? Here's another option to go up, and you can say, let me fight Virgil's last opponent and beat him better than Virgil did, and start a narrative. Let me fight Bud's last opponent at 154 and beat him better than Bud did and start a narrative. But no, you want to sit here and wait, ignore the whole entire division and say, I'm going to wait for the guy to come off hand surgery that my team turned down the fight a couple months ago. But there's no one else in this division I have my eye on at all for any other reason. Like, that's crazy. And I'm also not going to fight Teal, which would have been a pay-per-view fight because I don't care about pay-per-views or money. So
going by that logic.
He's wasting his time and his talent.
No, he's not wasting his time and his talent. So you really think that Madrimov, right, is gonna come off fighting Bud, Virgil, and then going to Boots? Or you think Boachuk is gonna go from fighting Virgil to now fighting Boots? No, these other promoters and these other managers are also gonna protect their fighters.
Your B-side fighters, they're going to take what they can get. The B-side fighters coming off losses, they're going to take what they can get. They're good fighters, though. But they're B-side fighters coming off L's. They're going to have to take those big fights if they want to progress their career.
And we also got to understand who Boots is signed to. We also got to understand that much.
BT? I don't even know anymore, bro. Like
he's still with Matchroom, man. He's still with Matchroom. Shut up, Max. It's about some damn BT. Shut up.
That nigga signed the BT Promotions.
Man, shut up, man. That actually don't sound too bad.
Come on after Baby Boy's over. He come on.
Man, that actually don't sound too bad while you up here playing.
Hey.
He could be a lot worse off. He could be Berlanga right now, coming off of straight. Well, not two straight losses,
but guess what though? He could
be Berlanga who just got knocked out and don't have a promoter right now because that was his last fight with Matchroom.
We all seen Berlanga get knocked out though. That's the thing. We all saw it.
And now Berlanga he's gotten knocked. He got outclassed by Canelo because Canelo was toying with him. Canelo really could have knocked him out, but he was toying with him. Then we saw him fight Fat Nate Diaz, right? And now he knocks him out. Now he just got slept by Hamza Shiraz. Like, bro, now he doesn't have a promoter. He's a free agent.
We're about to see how racist Canelo is, bro, because that fool don't want to knock out no Latino fighters. So, he gonna give it all he got versus Bud. Watch.
He gonna have to. He gonna have to. You coming there half stepping with Bud, man. Like you come in there with just, let's just have a nice little sparring session, nice little touch. And I'm gonna get a I'm gonna drop you in the second. I'm gonna drop you in the second round. And then after that, I'm just gonna toy with you. But like, fuck that, son. You gonna have to fight me. But I say that, and even though I say that, I still hate this fight. I hate it. I hate it because I think this is going to be too much for Bud. Now, am I rooting for Bud? Do I want Bud to win? Absolutely. But I think this is really going to be too much for him, man. I really do. I really do. I think this is.
Hey, speaking of sparring, DJ. Speaking of sparring.
Mm-hmm.
So I was, I don't watch women's sports. I mean, it is what it is. But I was not gonna miss watching Katie Taylor Serrano 3. Their first 2 fights, some of the best women fights I've ever seen in my life. I watched this third one, bro. Those first, they didn't even touch each other.
Yeah. This
didn't even
fight
touch
really
each other, bro. They were like coming up short, like 4 inches on the
first two. It wasn't as good as the first two, for sure.
Those first 3 rounds look like a Steven Seagal keto session, nigga.
Yeah. Because I mean, and that's just because that's hard to live up to, because the first 2 fights were bloodbaths. Both of them were busted up in those first 2 fights. And I think Katie Taylor had like a little mouse under her eye. I really didn't get a good look at Amanda Serrano because I think she got up out of there after the decision. But yeah, this didn't live up to.
No, she had a whole big ass speech about women boxing and putting it on. And thank you, Jake Paul, and she was glad to show. Yeah, she had this whole inspirational women's speech because of the event and shit after the fight. She stayed in the ring.
That New York arrogance is what cost her. And well, I think Katie Taylor's just better than her, but it definitely cost Berlanga. And I think I had a discussion with somebody. I was on a panel. I think I was on somebody else's channel last night, and I was talking to a guy from New York, man. He was like, man, that New York arrogance, man, that's why, they say if you can make it here, you can make it. I was like, man, I don't want to hear that shit, man. That New York arrogance is why y'all be getting y'all ass whooped. Y'all think the party don't start until y'all walk in. That's the problem.
They usually don't.
And that New York arrogance is why she ended up getting beat. She ended up taking another L to Katie Taylor because Katie Taylor clearly beat her the first fight. The second fight was a little closer, but I felt like Katie Taylor won that fight too. And you let Katie Taylor beat you again.
If Jake Paul's not the greatest promoter, he got his fighter 3 fights against someone like
fantastic promoter. That makes unequivocally, I will give him nothing but credit for that. For that card that he put on Friday, I give him nothing but credit for that, man. That Shadeja Green and Savannah Marshall fight was great. Of course, I gotta mention Tam Tebow. I gotta mention Tam Tebow one more time. But who else was on that card? It was for a minute there for about 3-4 rounds. I was a little nervous for Baumgartner, man. I was like, all right. Wake up. You in a fight now. This girl's a lot tougher than you thought she'd be. All right, I need you to look. I need you to kick it in now. Come on. You losing rounds, and these rounds is going by quick. Because for some reason, I don't know why it does. I don't understand why women's boxing is still only 2-minute rounds. Tam Tebow fought 3-minute rounds, and she was fighting 8-rounders. She fought an 8-rounder Friday. I don't know why she was fighting 3 minutes, but you get to the championship fights and they're only 2 minutes. That's something I that truly needs to be addressed in women's boxing. I have no idea why they're only fighting 2-minute rounds. I don't.
Especially when all they want to do is bitch that they're equal. Then fight equal rounds, bro. Get 3-minute 12.
You have some fighters like Amanda Serrano that's actually campaigning for it. She wants 3-minute rounds. You hear a lot of fighters. You hear a lot of women's fighters that are campaigning for 3-minute rounds. It's the commissions that won't let them do it.
And honestly, I would love to see 15s come back for men. But if we can't get there, which we probably won't, at least 13s. At least make it an odd number round so that it kind of gets rid of some of the draw.
I don't get that. I don't get that. I don't get the odd rounds. I don't get it. I mean, I don't get the even rounds. I don't get why it's just 12 rounds.
You're asking for draws at that point.
I get it because of, safety reasons or whatever, but I never understood why we went from 15 rounds.
Yeah, but even like they go 8s, 10s, 12s. They're all even.
Yeah, they go 4, 6, 8, 10, 12.
Yeah, retarded. Just make them all odd. That's it. Make them all odd numbers. And then someone's most likely going to be a winner unless there's knockdowns and shit that fuck it up. But I mean, then it can't be like a 6-6 or whatever. It's like, all right, it's gonna be, it's like playing spades, man. It's 13 books out there, man. Ain't gonna be no tie.
Or like MMA, hey, it's only 3 rounds. Hey, it's only 5
rounds. Yep.
So
hey, look, very rarely will a round get scored even.
Look, going into that third round, hey, this fight is 1-1. Whoever wins this last round, that's who's gonna win the fight. Or hey, going into that 5th round, hey, this fight is 2 rounds. I mean, this fight is 2-2. You got 1 round left. What you gonna do, man?
That's it. Do or die.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's why I did like that. I haven't heard shit from him for a minute, but that boxing league that was in, what was it, Atlanta?
Oh,
what's up, OG? Yeah, they were doing that bonus round for the draws.
Yeah.
Did we have a great night of boxing? Or did we have a great night of boxing?
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I said earlier that was Turkey's best card by far to me.
Yeah, that was a good card. Well, I don't know that first Better Be Bivol card was pretty good.
That's just fire.
Yeah, that was a good card. That was a good card.
But yeah,
just the caliber of fights last night, man. All the fights were close. Except for that last fight. People were complaining about the scores. I had it 9-3. And that's being generous to Zepeda.
You talking about Stevenson and Zepeda?
Yeah, I had it 9-3.
Yeah, I had 10-2. I mean, Zepeda couldn't do nothing. I mean, but we've all been telling people that Zepeda doesn't punch hard. He doesn't have no pop on the shots. We've been telling them that. They just won't listen. They got to see it in person last night. He don't have no pop.
And Shakur said that
was not worried about anything that was coming back at him. Nothing.
Yeah. Shakur said that going into the fight, man. He was like, even though Zepeda has more knockouts, I feel like I'm the harder puncher. And you could see that. You could see every time he hits Zepeda. You can see every time he hits Zepeda expecting him.
Max, what kind of pop does he have on his shots?
Who?
Zepeda.
I don't think either one of those guys that pops on the shot.
No, that's what we're not talking about. Either one of them. We're talking about Zepeda. We said Zepeda don't have no pop on his shots.
No, he doesn't. I mean, he doesn't. But I mean, neither one of them do. So if
there's nothing added. He doesn't.
Well, I mean, he hold on. He got a little bit of pop because he did make Shakur stank like a little bit. And of course, Shakur going to die being hurt as he should, but
let me tell you something, bro. Let me tell you something, bro. And this is real talk, and you're gonna learn this.
It's a good flush shot, though.
Close only counts with horseshoes and hand grenades. Almost knocking somebody down don't mean a goddamn thing.
But it doesn't mean that you hurt him, though. You hurt him.
Did you hurt him? No, not really. Because you couldn't finish the job.
What do you mean? If somebody stops you, if somebody punches you in your face and your legs will wobble. That is a fucking, it hurt, bro.
If you in a competitive fight, you're supposed to finish that man. Am I right, DJ?
If you can get that shot off.
If you can get the next shot off.
Look, you notice he didn't
but
get that shot.
That doesn't cancel out the fact that he got wobbled.
Do you get extra points for that?
Yes.
Nah, well, it wasn't enough, obviously.
That is a clean, effective punch.
Yeah, that was his best shot of the fight. That was his best shot.
It wasn't much, though.
Well, we're not gonna go back and forth, Max, because you my partner. We're not gonna go back and forth over semantics. Didn't even matter.
But Shakur never wobbled Zepeda.
Didn't have to. That's the whole part. Don't have to.
So if we're having an argument on who had more, if we all have an argument on who is a harder puncher, I'm gonna go with the guy that wobbled the other guy.
Oh, we don't have. I'm gonna
go with the guy who was lumped up at the end of the fight. Shakur wasn't lumped up.
Yeah, but Shakur's accurate and he has better defense, so that makes sense too.
And we're not arguing that because that doesn't matter. What matters is who wins the fight. That's what matters.
Oh yeah, that was never in question. But I will say I'm happy that Oscar made that fight happen though, because I honestly thought he was going to keep Death Shakur. I didn't think he was going to let Zepeda fight him.
Do you want me to tell you why Oscar made that fight happen?
Cocaine.
Because William Zepeda had nowhere else to go, bro. They had nowhere else to go.
I mean, he was number one. He was the number one contender in what, 3 out of the 4 sanctioning bodies?
Right.
So, I mean, he was going to get a title shot somewhere. And he wasn't going to get it with Lomachenko. He wasn't going to get it with at the time, he wasn't going to get it with Keyshawn. And he definitely wasn't about to get it with Tank. So, he really had nowhere else to go.
I will say this, though. Zepeda is going to be an entertaining fight for pretty much anyone in the division, though.
Oh yeah, I definitely watch him fight again. Absolutely.
And he'll probably beat some of the dudes too. You know, he'll probably beat some of the other names.
This will turn out to probably
what other names are there?
In the near future, this will probably turn out to be Shakur's best win.
Murtaya, whatever his name is,
Raymond Muratalla.
Yeah, but those guys are very good.
Abdullah would be a good one. Frank Martin would be a good one.
Frank Martin's at 140, bro. He's at 140. He moved
up?
He moved up. He's going to be fighting at 140 his next fight. Yeah, he's already said he's moving up to 40.
Somebody that's going to beat him.
Stop it, man. We don't know who he's going to fight.
Frank Martin's trash, bro. He's not very good.
Oh man, I want to see who he's fighting next. I want to see who he's fighting.
Yeah,
next.
he's okay.
To me,
just like Raymond Muratalla.
He's taking too much time off, in my opinion. But I want to see who he's fighting. That
chain money hit different, DJ. You can buy big chains and shit. That money hit different.
But I think he'd be a good fight too for Kid Austin. There's still some people in the division.
Well, yeah, I think he might even beat Kid Austin.
Yeah. That pressure, if you're not built for it, that pressure will usually break. It's just Shakur is superior. Shakur's an elite fighter. But like a lot of it, because he didn't stop throwing. He didn't get to 11, 12 rounds just tired as fuck not being able to throw. That motherfucker's still throwing. But he doesn't have the power to maybe stop you, but he has the power. He has the work rate to outwork you. So
he has the power to bother you. He can bother you. He can piss you off.
Even in a loss and a legendary win, because I think this was definitely Shakur's best win so far, I gained more respect for Zepeda. Because after the Tevin Farmer fights, I was like, Tevin Farmer. Like, whatever. You got 2 in a row with him? Come on.
You see Tevin
DJ
Farmer
can tell you, me and DJ talked on the phone, and DJ can tell you. I lost all respect for Zepeda after the second Tevin Farmer fight. Because when you got a hurt guy in front of you, and the guy's clearly hurt, and you can't do nothing with that guy, and you get dropped by that guy, you're not very good.
Schofield and Zepeda would be a solid fight, being that they both beat Farmer in different fashions.
And do you know why?
Hey, you know what? I'd watch that fight.
And do you know why? It would be a good fight because Schofield's not very good either.
Can't say he's not very good. We just don't know exactly
he's not very
how
good. DJ.
We don't know how good he is yet, man. I'm not
going to say he's not very good. Who has he fought? That doesn't
matter, man. We see the skill set. We see the skill set.
And I will say this: there's a couple dudes at 130 that, if they moved up, would be a great fight. I think he's toward the end of his career, but I think Emmanuel Navarrete and Zepeda would be a big Mexican showdown.
Yeah, I think Zepeda would beat him, though. I do. But I think Lamont Roach could beat Kid Austin. I think Lamont Roach beats Kid Austin easy.
Hey, look. I got another one for you. Ray Ford.
Ray Ford, yeah. That's the person I was thinking.
Yeah, I think he beats Kid Austin, too. I think O'Shaquie Foster probably beats Kid Austin. I hope
he gets that Sugar Nunez fight,
I
man.
was going to say that. O'Shaquie Foster would be cool, too.
I say Shaqty Foster beats Kid Austin. Kid Austin is there to be hit, bro. His defense is trash. His stamina is questionable.
He'll take one
He
to
has
give you one
pop.
for
I give him
sure.
that.
He'll
He
take
has
one
pop.
to give you
He
one
has pop in
for
the play.
sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
And even
But he tires
even
out. His
Andy
footwork
Cruz
isn't
might
that
be.
good.
That might be a good
That's a
fight to
good
see where
fight for
Andy
Kid
Cruz
Austin.
is at.
That's a good fight for him. That's a good fight for him. That's a real good fight for him.
Yeah, Andy Cruz about to fight Muratalla. Andy Cruz might have.
That over the belt, right? For the belt?
Yeah, that'll be for the belt. That's what because Andy Cruz is the IBF mandatory, and Muratalla was the interim champion who got elevated after Lomachenko retired and vacated. So
I think Muratalla beats Andy Cruz.
You think Muratalla? I want to see it. Line it up. Let's see it. But Andy Cruz very well may be a champion within his first 7 or 8 fights. So we'll see.
Even Albert Bell, I wouldn't say he's elite, but he's a good fight.
Albert Bell, boxing has done him an injustice. I don't know how, he can't get any of these bigger names, man. I know he's a big, long, rangy. He was at super featherweight. Now he's at lightweight. I don't know how he's not getting any of these upper echelon guys, man. I want to blame his team. I really want to blame his team.
What did you just say? He's what? Wait, DJ. What did you just say? He's what?
What? Long, rangy.
He's big, he's long, and he's rangy. That's why he's not getting these fights.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I think if Rafael Espinoza wasn't a champion right now, I don't think he'd be getting that Angelo Leo fight.
No, he wouldn't.
I think that's the fight that's in the works right now at 126. That's why, even though Shushu is I think he's ranked like number 1 in the WBO and number 2 in the WBC. I think that's why he's not getting Rafael Espinoza, because Rafael Espinoza is about to unify with Angelo Leo.
Well, Shushu got that title fight coming up.
He's got an interim title fight coming up. Yes.
Oh, it's interim?
It's interim because Cool Boy Steph is still the WBC champion at 126, but he's about to fight Shaqty Foster for the 130 title. So we'll see what happens after that fight.
Here's a question I present to you, gentlemen. Do you think next weekend of fights are going to be better than this past weekend of fights?
I wish that UFC card was a lot better. But I don't know, because I don't know who all is on that. I don't know who all on that Dubois and Usyk card.
There's not much on that.
Yeah, that UFC card
we got
is a
the
little light.
Barrios card.
The Barrios card is next weekend. Yeah, that's a good card. That's a good card because that's Fundora. That's Fundora and Zoo. That's Pitbull and the guy who what was his name? Fiera.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's Pacquiao,
the guy
Barrios.
Who just whooped his ass,
that's next weekend too.
Yeah, the guy who just whooped his ass. Yeah.
Yeah, the guy who just beat.
And go whoop his ass again.
Absolutely.
Fiera go whoop his ass again.
Absolutely. That's who I don't think is that good. I don't think he's that good at all. I think he got a lot of burn.
I've been trying to tell Max that. Max loves him.
He got a lot of burn off not getting knocked out by Tank. Pitbull.
Max loves Pitbull. He thinks Pitbull's a superstar.
No. I think Pitbull's a solid fight. I don't think he's a superstar, but I think he's always going to bring an entertaining fight. I mean, I would love to see. I would love to see Zepeda move up to 140. Zepeda Pitbull will just be a slobber knocker.
Yeah, Pitbull's coming back down to 35 too. So,
Pitbull went to 40.
There you go. He's coming back down to 40.
Said this ain't tenable. This here ain't tenable. Let me go on back down.
Hey,
now let me ask you a question, Max, because you're a conspiracy guy. Let me ask you a question, Max, because you're the conspiracy guy, and DJ, you're the logical guy, right?
Okay.
Did Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor make an agreement?
I swear we were just talking about that. I swear we were just talking about that.
I think they made an agreement. We're gonna take this $18 million that we splitting, and I'm not gonna hurt you, and you're not gonna hurt me, and we gonna go home.
That's what it looked like, ain't it? Because you can't go from the first two fights being bloodbaths to
that.
to both ladies, excuse me, to both ladies leaving the
I'll
ring
tell you
looking like they
exactly.
barely got touched.
I'll tell you exactly what happened, bro. This is what happened. They both made adjustments to not have the same fight, and it didn't work out for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, Serrano's corner was like, don't get an inside fight with her, keep her at range, keep her at the end of your punch. Okay, Taylor's side was, hey, let's not give her no excuse for the head punch, blah, blah, blah. We can box. And then they both tried boxing, and it was fucking not good.
Max, you my guy, and I respect your opinion, but I disagree. I believe they met in the hallway and said, look, I'm not going to hurt you. You're not going to hurt me. We're going to split this $18 million
you think after a long night of scissoring, they just decided
you're going to go to Ireland. You'll go to Ireland. I'm going to go to Europe. We're going to party. It's all good. But we're not going to fight each other tonight. That's what happened.
If that's the case, then they would have tried to go for a draw. There was a clear winner.
Mex, I heard what you said. That was absolutely diabolical. But it just
what did he say?
Like,
what did he say, DJ? What did he say?
What you say? After a long night of scissoring, they just decided to,
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that wholeheartedly. If something happened, man, because how you jabbing that air for 6 rounds, bro? You see him? They was jabbing that air, bro. Did you see that?
Yeah, the jabs weren't even close to the face, bro. I was like, what is this? This is a sparring session.
Yeah. It just
I was done with that.
I don't want to go that far. I want to give them the benefit of the doubt. I don't want to go that far.
Don't do it.
I think they know
don't give them the benefit of the doubt
because
they don't deserve it, bro.
Well.
They don't deserve it, bro. They don't deserve it. They don't deserve the benefit of the doubt putting on a performance like that. They don't deserve it. Now, let's get to the real fight.
Well, man. They knew each other too
well. Let's get to the real fight. Am I the only one that thinks the actress from Spain beat up Alicia Baumgartner?
I just mentioned that. I was like, hey, around that 4th round, I was like, all right, Alicia, you can start fighting now. Like, I don't think she won. I don't think the actress won. What was her name? Was it
Jennifer Miranda from Money Heist, bro? That's the girl from Money Heist.
Yeah. I don't think she won, but she definitely made it tough on Alicia Baumgartner. That was a lot tougher fight than I thought it was going to be.
Now, could that be because Alicia looks different off the juice, fellas?
She wasn't on the juice, man. She was vindicated.
That's what her shoulders say.
No, I'm for real. Vada came back and said she wasn't dirty. So,
hey, look, I think she looks different off the juice, bro.
She gave it the pussy. She gave it the pussy.
Oh my God.
One thing we know about Alicia Baumgartner, she'll give it the pussy.
Put it this way, this is all I'm gonna say about that.
I'm
bro.
just saying,
Katie Taylor.
If I was to
Katie
be so
Taylor
lucky,
doesn't like
I would
you,
change my
Alicia.
ruling too.
Katie Taylor doesn't like you, Alicia. Matt Serrano doesn't like you or know you. So if you get in the ring with either one of them, they're gonna beat you up.
She wants Katie. That's what she called out.
Katie's gonna beat her up. Now, if she goes up to 47 to fight Mayer again, you're gonna get knocked out. Don't do that.
You think
the best bet is probably to cut 4 pounds, go down to 26. Fight Fondora's sister. Maybe you can beat her. But Serrano, she's gonna knock you out. Katie Taylor's gonna beat you up. And if you go up to 47 fucking with Mayer, she's gonna stop you.
Let's see it. But she was like, that's what she tweeted out after the fight Friday night. I want Katie next. So let's see.
Oh, I can vote for you. If you want to redeem yourself from this shitty performance, you know what you should do? You're gonna love this one, DJ. Fight Holly.
Ooh.
Fight Holly. She's
I'm
just
not mad at
MVP.
that.
Fight her. Fight Holly.
Hey, Kevin, it's crumbled empires, Kev. It's crumbled empires.
Facts.
You hear me? Oh man. Oh yeah, that's
Hey,
definitely
men
crumbled
will
empire.
walk miles for that vertical smile. You know what I'm saying?
What you think about
You
that,
hear me?
Max? What you think about
Huh?
that, Max?
Ooh.
If you want to redeem yourself, go and fight Holly. Holly just signed the MVP,
Ooh.
right?
Well, Holly Holm?
Yeah, go and fight Holly. Fight Holly.
Is Holly Simon MVP?
Yes, she is.
Huh. Interesting. I didn't know that.
I don't know if I really care about a Holly Holm boxing match at this point, but I mean, it's on the undercard or something. I'll probably watch it.
I saw her beat up this girl 2 weeks ago. She was on the undercard of that Dorna Coast and Zerto fight.
Yes.
She beat shit out that girl. Whoever she was,
Yeah.
she beat shit out of her. Holly fucked her up.
Yeah. Yeah, that was yeah, she 10 older. I think Holly's like I think Holly's the WBA mandatory now, if I'm not mistaken. At 135.
Man, Holly
If
been
I'm not
active,
mistaken,
man.
I think
Holly
she's
been
the mandatory.
fighting. And Holly been active and Holly been fighting, man.
Yeah, Alicia would have to get past that jab, man. She would definitely have to get past Holly's jab.
At least you're gonna have to get past his dick first. Shit.
You hear me?
Me bet.
You hear me?
Holly beats
Hey,
her
but
ass. I would love to see that though. Holly beats her ass. She has another Ronda Rousey moment.
You think so in boxing?
Yeah, beat your ass.
did you guys see?
I don't think Holly really cracking like that, man.
Nah, she ain't. She's
Alicia
old, bro.
got
She's like
high.
50.
Because she stoned that girl from England. What was her name?
Harper.
Terry Harper. And she
Terry
beat
Harper.
Mayer when Mayer was drained.
We can't say that because
Other
she
than
took the
that-
fight.
Other than that, no, yeah, you're right. You're right. She beat her. Fair and square, she beat her. But other than that, who has she beat? Who has she fought?
I mean, she
And
barely.
every
She
time
barely beat her.
besides that, she looked like
those
shit.
are
Am I right
pretty
or
good
wrong?
names. Those are two pretty
Yeah,
good
but
names, man.
But every fight besides those two, she looked like shit. Am I right or wrong?
Well,
Hey,
she got her win back. She got her win back over Medusa.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the
I mean,
two
she
big
got her
babies
loss
come
back.
face to face?
Oh yeah, I saw that.
That might happen. They're trying to get that on the
I like
Crawford
that.
and
I like that fight.
Crawford Canelo card.
I like
We
that
saw
fight.
who?
I like that fight. Big Baby versus Big Baby.
I hope Jared Anderson beat the Hebrew shit out of Big Baby
Me
Miller.
too, bro. Because I do not like Jamel Miller, bro. But fuck, but I don't have no faith in Jared Anderson either. Dog.
I mean, he had one bad, but he's just not dedicated to the sport, man.
He's not
He's one of
mentally
these
in
guys.
there, bro.
I used to ask this question. He's just one of these guys who fought because he was good at it.
Yeah,
He
he's an
don't
athlete,
really.
bro.
He's not a. And even that interview with Roy Jones kind of highlighted that he really
course,
don't
that
want to
nigga-
do this.
that-
He's just good
He's
at
a
it.
crybaby. But when
Yeah,
they were
he's
face
just
to
good
face,
at it, man.
like you could tell he don't really got like that confrontational energy of a fighter. Like you don't come over in my face and tell me what shit. He's like, yeah, I mean, yeah, send the contracts on.
Yeah.
Hey, Miller looked big as fuck compared to Anderson though. I was like, God damn.
Terrell
Big
Miller's
Baby
300
Miller is
pounds,
over
man.
300 pounds, man. He's huge, and plus and I love that interaction that he had with I don't know if y'all saw that, but I love that interaction that he had with Chisora. And
Oh yeah,
Chisora
Chisora
was
called
like,
him a bunch of bitches.
yeah, Derek Chisora was like, no, wait a minute, because when I offered you a fight, you didn't take it. When such and such offered you a fight, you didn't take it. Then you pop for steroids, then you pop for steroids again. Then when this person offered you, now you scrambling for a fight. Now you begging for a fight. So I tell you what, Chisora was like, why don't you fight me? Why don't you fight me now? You're like, oh, well, I want to fight this person. He's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, Del Boy said no.
It's like
Del Boy said
anytime you
no.
fought,
After I finish with this guy, the next fight I got, me and you can get it on.
yeah. He was like, because anytime you fight a British fighter, you lose. It's like Dubois knocked you out. AJ was gonna knock you out. Who else? He fought somebody else and they beat him. Or he tested positive. I think that's around the time he tested positive. But
Dillian White.
yeah, he's popped
Dillian
dirty
White.
twice.
Hey,
He said a lot.
speaking of
Him and
Dubai,
Dillian White have had a lot to say about. Reason why I don't like him. Him and Dillian White have had a lot to say about Deontay Wilder, which I don't play that shit. But and I kind of wanted Deontay Wilder to knock him the fuck out a long time ago, but he kept pissing hot. And Dillian White is another drug cheat who was Wilder's mandatory for a long time, but he kept pissing hot. So but they got the nerve.
He's coming back too.
Huh? Dillian White?
Yeah.
Who cares?
He's fighting.
Who cares?
He's
gonna test positive after the fight anyway, so it don't really matter.
Who's he fighting?
No clue.
At Tama. He's fighting at Tama.
Moises
Atama. He's fighting that guy. Moises Atama.
I hope he get his ass whooped.
He probably gonna get knocked out by Atama. Atama's that 20-year-old British guy who's knocking everybody out.
Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
So who you guys got this upcoming weekend? What's your prediction for Usyk Dubois?
Usyk by decision.
8th round knockout.
Usyk by decision.
I'm gonna go with Usyk by maybe 9th, 10th. I don't think it's gonna be. I think it was just coming out to just letting people know that shit was a fluke.
Dubois does going to do what he always does.
I got Barrios by decision.
I got Cordura by knockout. He's gonna get tired, and once he gets tired, he's gonna get knocked out.
So you say Barrios by decision?
I got Tim Tszyu, not Tim Tszyu, but
Fedor?
Well, I got Tim Tszyu getting knocked out. I got him getting knocked out probably round 7.
Oh shit!
I got Fedor getting knocked out by round 8.
Oh,
say by round 8. I got him getting stopped, man. I got Tim Tszyu getting stopped because I don't think he's gonna do anything different. I don't think he knows how to fight a different way. And didn't he just get knocked out like 2 fights ago?
Yeah, got knocked out by Mertens Aliev, who destroyed Fedor.
Yeah, didn't Bakram just knock him out?
Destroyed by Mertens Aliev. You know it, and I know it. Fedor's not very good, DJ. He's not very good. Fedor, he's not very good.
Man,
what about
he better than Tim Tszyu.
What about Pitbull round 2? Pitbull's rematch.
Oh, Fierro gonna beat his ass again. He can't beat Fierro.
Agreed.
You think Fierro gets the win this time though?
Agreed.
No, he's gonna get his ass whooped again.
And then they got Joel Gonzalez is fighting Figueroa.
Figueroa gonna beat the shit out of Joel.
And I think
as long as it's not for a championship, then Joel might actually fight pretty good. He fight Brandon Figgs.
Yeah,
Gonna beat the shit out of him.
I gotta see what Figgy shows up, man. Because if that Figgy shows up that fought Cool Boy, man,
no,
Joel Gonzalez might
Cool
actually.
Boy just got his number, bro. You got to accept the fact that Cool Boy just got his number. He can't beat Cool Boy.
That very well may be the case, but Brandon Figueroa fought like absolute stepped on dog shit in that fight. There was nothing like the first fight. Nothing. At least the first fight was competitive. This was a curb stomping. Cool Boy did everything to stop him. Cool Boy did exactly what he wanted to in that fight, man. That second fight.
Easily too. Easily.
That was a curb stomping.
Now let's go to this one. How bad?
I got Dustin Poirier by decision.
Who?
I got Dustin Poirier by decision. It's his last fight next weekend too. I'm gonna cry.
Oh, he's fighting.
He's fighting Max. Matt.
Oh
Yo.
yeah, that's gonna be a great fight. I like that fight.
Oh, I got two of them back. Oh, hold on. I got two.
Yeah, Max Holloway and Dustin Poirier. Yeah, I got Max. I think Max gonna knock him out.
He might.
I got Max too, but there's something about that matchup that he can't seem to get around fucking.
Dustin's got
Yes.
Max's number, man. He's just got Max's
He
number.
might. He just might. Now let's talk about the main event next week. How bad is Barrios gonna beat this old man down?
Oh, it's gonna be a bloodbath. He's gonna beat the shit out Manny. I don't think he'll stop him, but I think he's gonna beat the shit out Manny.
I think it's
I
gonna
think
be a
it's gonna
tough
be-
one to score.
You think so?
I think
Actually,
Barrios gonna
I-
stop him, bro. He's gonna knock him out.
I
He'll knock Manny ass
I can totally see Pacquiao winning that
I mean, sure, it
You
could
said
happen,
what?
but
because Barrios
What'd you say?
has no footwork, bro.
Pacquiao is 47 and a half years old, bro.
No matter.
He's been on the couch
Pacquiao's just
for
going
4
to throw
years.
combinations all fight. They're not drug testing, and he's throwing
Man,
combinations all
Pacquiao got
fight.
destroyed by Ugas, bro. Once you get beat by Ugas,
Barrios ain't Ugas.
Barrios
you're right.
stopped
He
Ugas.
knocked out Ugas. You're right. He knocked out Ugas. He's better than Ugas.
He stopped Ugas.
So, and Mex, this all the
And
all the
Ugas
tickle your
beat the
fancy.
brakes off Manny.
I if I was anywhere close to Vegas, I'd put 100 down on Pacquiao to win.
And Mex, listen, that's
Hey,
what
well,
I was just
I'll
about to
tell
say.
you what, I'll give you one
This
better.
all to tickle your
Give
fancy.
my
They
cash
gonna
app
let
and
Manny
just send
go
me
out.
that 100. Give my cash app, just send me that 100 right quick.
Yeah, they gonna let Manny go out too, Mex. If that
Yeah, they
that-
should. They better.
that's at the MGM Grand, bro. They gonna let Manny go out.
Hey, here's the thing. They're gonna let Manny go out, but they're gonna stop that fight as soon as they can if Barrios looks like he's in trouble.
You ain't lying.
As soon as Barrios is in the corner getting hit 8 times in a row, okay, that's it. That's enough. No knockdown needed. Pacquiao
Yeah,
can't.
all right, Manny. You got the belt. Get out of
Yep.
here. Get out of here. Look, no post-fight interview. Just get out the ring, Manny.
No drug test.
All right, good. We got him. Go run with the belt.
Can you imagine putting Manny in the ring with anybody that's at the top of 47 right now, bro?
47 is a weak ass division.
You think
Pick a
Manny
good
could
time
beat
to come
Brian
back.
Norman? You think Manny could beat Brian Norman? Joe?
No, probably not Brian Norman.
You think
Well,
Manny
I don't
could beat? You think Manny could beat Devin Haney? No,
Absolutely not.
Yeah, it's possible.
no.
It depends on what kind of fight
Well,
Devin fights.
No.
Well,
It depends.
Devin.
Yes.
Well,
No.
I'll say this.
No.
I don't think he can beat him. But Devin struggled with southpaws, man. Devin,
Yeah, let's
can't-
not forget,
for some
man.
reason,
Man, Manny Pacquiao's a
Devin
dart.
cannot see a left hand coming. For some reason, Devin cannot see a
Yeah,
left
he
hand
can't see
coming. That's
left
why I
hands
think.
coming. That's true. I think he's
That's why I
blind in
think
one eye. I
Brian
think he's
Norman
like Joe
gonna
Frazier, bro.
That's why I think Brian Norman Jr. gonna knock him to another dimension with that check left hook.
Brian Norman gonna beat the shit out of him, man. And you know what? Devin's ego and his pride is gonna make him stand in there and take that ass whooping like he did against Ryan.
Nah, if
Nah,
it's
I
the
don't
same
think-
Devin that
I don't
fought
think he that
Ramirez,
stupid.
he'll win.
I don't think he's that stupid. Nah, Devin gonna be on that bicycle.
That's what I'm saying. If it's the same Devin that fought Ramirez, he gonna win easily. But if you try to get in a firefight, he gonna get knocked out.
If he does what he
Yeah.
did against Ramirez, they won't even give it to him, bro. Because that's what everybody's expecting him to do, to run. If he runs like that, the judges won't give it to him. I swear to God, they won't. If he does that, he might get disqualified for not engaging.
Yeah.
He's not allowed
But
to do that anymore. He cannot.
Not if he's still landing
He
punches.
cannot. He cannot do what he did against Ramirez, bro. In this fight, he cannot.
If he's still landing punches, it don't matter.
If he does that, they gonna disqualify him, bro. He can't do that.
But this was incredible, fellas. I'm about to get out of here and go get me something to eat for dinner, man. I love talking to y'all.
Yeah, I love talking to you too,
love
brother.
recapping
I had to
the
call
weekend,
y'all. I had to
man.
hit y'all
Looking
up. I saw y'all live up here chopping it. I had to holler at y'all.
Absolutely.
yeah.
I'm about to. Yeah, man. I love this, man.
And
But
thanks
we'll
for
have to
pulling
do
up,
it again
DJ.
next weekend after those fights.
Thanks for pulling
Huh?
up. You know, motherfuckers always complaining we don't go live no more. And then when we do, look at this, man. We had 4 people show up today. But
Yeah,
we
'cause I had to
appreciate it, man.
fucking I had to see the notification. Once I saw the notification, I was on it. Yeah, man. But
Yeah.
y'all have a good day, bro. Good talking to y'all. I'll talk to y'all soon.
All right, OG.
All right, man. See y'all later.
All right, DJ, man. Thanks for pulling up, big dog. Hey, thanks to everybody in the chat today. Everybody that pulled up, Combo, DJ, Shelton. You know, keep the notifications on because you might miss this shit. We was on for 2 hours. We talked the talk. You know, shout out to everybody in the chat. City Slicker, Red, Kev. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that engaged today. Anyone that just tapped in and watched. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate you. We will be back soon. Anytime we can, honestly. If I can get a moment, if Kyle can get a moment, we're definitely gonna try to just pop on, go live for a little bit, talk our shit. The fights this past weekend were great. Great lineup. Next weekend looks like another great lineup. It looks like July is gonna be a pretty good month for fights. So that's always a good thing, man. You know, I'm always down to watch as many fights as I possibly can. The one thing we didn't get to talk about, which I wish we would have, is McGregor and Mike Perry bare knuckle, but we'll tap in on the next one for that one. But most importantly, man, rest in peace, my guy Coop. Shout out to his family, man. They always invite me to family reunion. I popped up yesterday for that. Got to see everybody, so it's always love. And the wise words, Lil E, I want y'all to breathe air, live life. It's always a treat and players meet. Thanks for tapping in with the boxing section. We out.